What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is your girl, Sis-Lo, and well, this I don't know if this. Well, yeah, I guess this is another newsworthy update. It's all over the news. What is going on, y'all? Okay, see, I'm sorry, my granddaughter is on the phone with her girl, her little friend, and they're yelling at each other. And I'm about to talk, have a mukbang, but y'all can't see it. So anyway, so the title says, what is spooky? And what? Look, I forgot what my own title said, y'all. I forgot what my own title said. It says, hold on. Hello? Oh, hey. Hello? Anyway. Yeah. Was spooky, was weird. And has 9 lives. Seriously, I'm gonna knock you out. Just mute her or something. But you gotta stop yelling. I know what it said. What is spooky, unstable, and has 9 lives? The answer is carbonation. Y'all, what's the cornbread? What's the cornbread? Yes, cornbread. What's the corn? Yes, cornbread. So as you guys know, Eligio Bishop has been locked up since April of 2022. And since he's been gone, there's been a lot of different changes to carbonation as you know it. People left, came back, left for good, they scattered. And when I say scattered, I don't mean just scattered brain. I mean they literally, like, everybody went different places or what happened. And we saw some people that we didn't think would ever leave. Well, you knew eventually they would leave, but it seemed like they would never leave. And then gave their confessionals about what really went on at carbonation. So just lately, you know about Solar, called itself becoming the new the new chief of carbonation. And guess what, y'all? They renamed it Carbonation Island. If that don't sound corny, that sounds so freaking corny. It sounds absolutely ridiculous. Combination Island, like Gilligan's Island, to me, because they all weird and zany. Kissy, I feel like I'm talking over you. You hear me? I feel like I'm trying to talk over you. Why don't you go back in the room and tell me, G? Oh well, what? Go away. So anyway, they decided that they wanted to bring combination back to life. So he figured that would be, the way he would draw Velvet back. And for a minute, she bit, because she decided to, for about 5 minutes, she was his chiefess, his new wife, and the chief. Okay, you gotta wait. Yep, wait. Yep, can you wait a minute? Tell your brother you want to go night night. Okay, go get a water. Go get your water. It's over there. Yes, over there. Sorry, y'all. You're not gonna let me alone. But anyway, she was okay with being a part of the carbonation as long as it seemed like she was gonna have something to gain from it, and that's my personal opinion. And then she saw that he didn't have as much as he was portraying that he had and whatnot. She kicked rocks, made him kick rock with a knife on him and put him out. Now, apparently, Solar is friends with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright is a singer who was stop it. It's spilling. It's spilling on the floor. Look, she's a singer that's known to have sung for or background or whatever with like Jay-Z and a lot of different artists. And to be honest, it seemed like everybody she sang with, she fell out with because she went on uh, live several times and talked about how all of them were how tainted they were. I'm finished. What is this? What do you want, honey? You don't want anything. Go. You mind getting your water, your bottle of water out of the dog's dish, please? I have no idea why you did. But so this little boy is true. But anyways, she talks about different artists that she's worked with, how how bad the industry is, and who is doing this, that, and the third, and all the little secrets of the industry. So she says, for her experience, this is from her. But anyway, somehow, um, Solar and her husband were friends, and they became friends. And Solar went to Texas where they live, and it's unclear. Hey, sweetie, it's unclear. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Um, it's unclear why. Um, or what exactly happened, because every time you, you try to get a edge in on a story, something changes from one thing to the next. So you don't know who's telling the truth, whether it's Solar or Jaguar's husband or Jaguar. You don't know. Anyway, hey Pam, just so you know, I'm doing a non-visual mukbang. That's what you call it when you eat and talking. But anyway, you know what? And plus, whenever I keep that kids, y'all gotta keep it. Okay. Oh, here you go. You ain't said nothing but a word. Talk on it, Lori. Hold on. See, I always have a problem. Yes. For some reason, I can't. I don't know why I can't time it. Oh wait, I see it now. Um. There you go, darling. I appreciate you. Hold on. I'm coming. But anywho, we don't know who's telling the truth. You know, we don't know who's who, or who's telling the truth, whether it's Jaguar, her husband, or Solar. Well, you can 9 times out of 10, you can believe part of what you see and part of what you hear when you're dealing with them, because all of them some ground beef short of a taco. She being bad. Hey, mama. I'm so glad you came in.
Happy Martin Luther King celebration.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Oh, I love the sounds in the background. Too precious.
Girl, too precious, getting on my nerves. One want to be held there 5 minutes. Why he being bad?
I would love that. I have quiet, so
You got boo boo?
I'm jealous.
You got a boo boo? You have a papa?
Look what I made. Grandma, look.
I'm sorry. He keeps saying his stomach hurt, but he gonna ask you a question. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you being my girl. I got this thing over here. I have this thing on here to remind me to drink water.
Yes.
And I probably haven't drank water since I put it on here. That's fair. I never, I drink it on my own, but oh no, y'all gonna have to come on now, Kyrie, turn it down. I'm live, bro. Thank you. I give him 3 seconds. He gonna turn around and go. Just let him do it, cause he gonna try. Kyrie, go in there with your brother with it. I'm sorry. This little break is on my last nerve. Anyway, we were talking about carbonation and the situation with Jaguar, right? Are you familiar with that situation? Did you hear anything about it?
Yeah, I heard something about it. That Jaguar lady is something else. I think I heard something. I think he was beefing with Deanna Aaron on here. So I saw that little piece. She appears to be a hot mess, but I'm not like keeping up with it totally. I'm just like interested in it. So what's going on now? I saw something about an arrest.
Girl, hold on. So after Velvet kicked Solar out, Velvet from Carbonation and Solar got together as the new chief and chiefess of Carbonation, or Carbonation Island, as they call it. They got together as a couple and was supposed to regroup Carbonation and all this and that. Well, they didn't rock because Velvet ended up pulling a knife on him or something and kicking him out the house. It lasted maybe 2 weeks, if that. Girl, it was ridiculous. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you very well and clear. I'm here, but I'm just gonna like mute myself so that I don't want. I want to hear what you're saying.
It's that water thing popped up. I apologize. So she pulled the knife on him and put him out the house. So he didn't have anywhere to go. So allegedly he called Jaguar's husband because he was friends with him and his wife, Jaguar wife. So he went down there to stay with them or what have you, and to become her personal assistant. Or the husband was under the impression that he was going to sign with their label. But the truth of the matter is, Solar was going down there to interrupt their marriage, you might as well say, because that's what he. So he went down and basically he started doing something that you should never do, which is come into another man's home and get cozy with his wife. You're doing too much. The next thing you know, they're hanging out, they buddy, and she and her husband began to get into it over that, arguing or what have you over it. And the husband's not agreeing to this. You know, he's like, man, you doing too much. You need to leave. You know, you causing too many problems between my wife and I. So instead of him taking heed to this man's request, he decides that he's gonna do what he wanna do or what have you. And so they start hanging tight. The next thing you know, they sitting up at a bar, Jaguar and Solar, drinking and getting toasted, allegedly, and taking pictures, mean mugging and all this, that, and the other, both of them together, and sending it to her husband. This was aggravating him. So he texting her, she texting him, they going back and forth. So he telling him where he at, he drops his location where he is. And they Solar's live, he goes live and says, y'all stay tuned, it's about to be some stuff. The next thing you know, she and Solar is at the barbershop where he is in his haircut.
Okay.
She gets out and goes in the barbershop and confronts her husband with Solar. He goes in with her. She starts getting the ashes of her deceased child, throwing ashes all over different people, take some of the ashes out, rub them all over her face. Solar takes some of the ashes off of her face, he wipes some ashes off her and put them on his own face. Who does that? That's disgusting and disrespectful to the dead.
Yeah, people are that shit crazy. They really are.
Girl.
That sounds demonic.
Exactly. And we're gonna come back to that demonic part. What?
I need some more.
What you want?
Yes.
No, you want. You just said you didn't want it.
I want some more.
I hit the word on the head, demonic. I didn't even know that's where we're gonna go with it, but that sounds demonic. When you hear something that sounds demonic, I mean, it is.
Hold on, I'll be back for colors.
I'm sorry, my grandson's sitting up here. He's gonna eat up my food now. And he said he didn't want it now. He said he wants some more here. He just wanted because I have it. But girl, her husband said she looked possessed when she was doing all that. The way she was acting, he said she's acting possessed. She acting crazy.
Okay.
Now
I got some colors.
King Payne interviewed him because they're cool or whatever. And he told King Payne that she never acted this way before. Well, I beg to differ because every time she on live to me, she acted different. Anything that I've seen her do in any live, she's acting different. Like everything she does is weird, way out there. even the stories that she tells about her interactions with other people, all of it is just weird to me. But anyway, he says that um after she did all that, he steps outside and Jaguar swings on him. So started fighting him. This was the husband said. Solar decides to jump in defense of Jaguar and start trying to buck with this dude. But when he started trying to buck with him, the guy was getting the best of him. Because he was mollywopping the parking lot with him, to be honest. So now someone else in the complex saw all of the commotion and called the police. Her husband said it wasn't him that called the police, it was someone else in the complex that saw all the commotion. So the police came, and as a result of that, Jaguar was taken into custody and placed in a mental hospital where she needed to
be. Mental hospital, okay.
Yeah. So they actually took somebody into custody, but he was released. So now he's online, calling himself defending this man's wife's honor, calling him all kind of names, and he's going back and forth. In this man's hometown, where he doesn't know anybody, and calling him all kind of names. Now, he down in Texas. But for those who don't know, Texas is a stand your ground state.
It sure is.
It goes down in Texas, baby. It goes down there. So he wants to go down there and be an idiot and start messing with somebody. First of all, he had no business in that couple's mess. He had they already had issues.
Mama.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now she's completely
Here.
finished. Look at.
But so anyway, it's just still a hot balonky. He now is somewhere hiding out at a hotel somewhere, trying to lay low. Now he admitted several times that he's trying to stay out of the way because this man and his people is out for him. And that they told him that if they find him or if they see him, it's on and popping. Her husband already said it's on site.
Ooh.
He told him to stay away from my wife, and when I see you, it's on site. Why would you get on there and agitate the situation?
Okay. Let's see. I can do this.
Calling this man all kind of BANs and carrying on. You calling him all kind of BANs. You doing all this, that, and the third. When you need to just lay low, mind your business.
Right.
And then you come up, wait a minute, then he's gonna talk about he was gonna go down there and see about Jaguar. Go down to the hospital and see about Jaguar. First of all, he's married to her. You're not. You can't go down to the hospital and do nothing.
Check on somebody else's family.
Right. You can't. How you gonna go check up when? Wait a minute. This is where it really gets deep. When you got a wife that's still at carbonation, that needs mental attention. She needs help herself. Then you have um you sitting up here crying over Velvet and she ain't studying you.
Did you say?
And then last but not least, Janae, or aka Natiri, done revealed she pregnant with your baby. So listen, you in love with another man's wife. You in love with another man's wife. You got a wife that you abandoned and she needs you while you sitting up here worrying about another man's wife being in a mental institution and this, that, and the third. You got a wife that needs to be institutionalized because she folk kinds are crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that she had a baby. Yeah, she had a baby, and on top of her having a baby, she never got um she never got help for when she lost her baby and had that mental breakdown. She never got help for that. She had a mental breakdown when she had her child.
Mm-hmm.
And she for that. She
I
had a
thought they supposed to take I thought they it's supposed to be like a mental evaluation, and they kind of like evaluate whether the mom can be with the child, because that postpartum depression will make you kill people, and especially the baby.
she didn't have the baby was stillborn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
He was stillborn. So but my thing
She could
is when
pull
the
it
baby,
up. Mm-hmm.
if you don't get out of here with that, turn it down or I'm gonna take it. I'm sorry. Get out. Turn it down. Turn down already. I'm sorry. But yeah, she is a mess. My turn it down already.
That's too cute. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, she miscarried. I mean, she no, she carried the baby full term, but the baby was stillborn. So Solar claims that he is hurt because he lost his baby and he feels like Eligio Bishop owed him a child because it's his fault that his baby is there. He blames Nature Boy for his child dying because Nature Boy made his wife take shots while she was pregnant. I think he said that she took 6 um, tequila shots or something straight back while she was like 7 or 8 months pregnant. And he told her that it wouldn't harm the baby. The truth of the matter is he was trying to make her miscarry anyway because he didn't want her to have a baby for her own husband. But that's how they allowed that to happen. They allowed him to be that type of person. So now you're sitting up here with another baby on the way. Now, mind you, when he was live talking about all this stuff with turn it down, don't you? Well, he's down on live talking about all this mess with Jaguar, talking about how he missed Velvet and all this, that, and the other. Not one time did he mention that he has a baby on the way with Janae. Not one time. He never said anything about it. Not a word about it. Not one time did he acknowledge that he had a baby on the way and that he was going to be doing what he could to be a father to his baby. Blow. Blow. Go throw it away. Thank you. None of that. He didn't mention any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's got a baby out there that's gonna grow out 9 times out of 10 without a father because at this point Janae is probably no longer wanting anything to do with him. Not to mention now, she left him before she revealed that she was pregnant. So my thing is 9 times out of 10, she probably left him because he didn't really want a baby. But I'm gonna tell you something. I knew she was pregnant some months ago.
Oh,
She was on she was on a live. I'm talking about Nateri or Janae. She was on a live. And when she was on that live, I could look at her and tell she was pregnant. I said, "You glowing? Are you having a baby?" In the comments. And she was like, "It's not up to me whether I want to have a baby or not. That's up to him." Blah 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 blah. And people in the comments with the cussing me out, "F out of here. You don't ask, that's a rude question to ask somebody. Y'all ask everything else. Why does in the room all made a comment?" I said, "Are you?" Well, I did say, "Are you having it?" I said, "You glowing? Are you as a baby on the way?" That's what I said. But I knew already. I'm a mother, self 3 times over, and raised more. I know when somebody pregnant or not. So my thing is when she left, she might have left because he before she told him she was pregnant, because she didn't want him to tell her he didn't want the babies to get rid of it, to make her drink the tea. Because that Nature Boy has done that several times before, made some of the women drink the tea, that some abortion tea they drink.
Can I ask you something? Some of those nature people are over in the beef sector and the black sector, aren't they? Because sometimes they'll say stuff, and I'm like, "You sound real crazy," and they sound like they follow that same type of dialogue.
All of these sectors, crossover. You have to remember, YouTube is, and it goes on algorithms,
I thought so.
right? So because it goes on algorithms, you'll look and say, like, I might not even watch Rebecca from Sunnybrook Farms, but if I want, who? She not crying. She's crying. No, she's not. I might not watch Rebecca from Sunnybrook Farms, but I watch you, and you watch Rebecca from Sunny. So it's gonna say a view is a view watches Rebecca. No, hush, I'm lying. Go ahead. If a view is a view watches Rebecca from Sunny, and so I'll click on the video, and the next thing you know, I'm watching them too, and I gravitate over there where they are. I'm not in that sector. I don't think I fall in any sector, but I ain't in that sector. But because I watch a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, and that stuff pops up in the algorithms, people click on it out of curiosity, and then there you go. So some of the people who believe some of that stuff, like excuse me, vibrating higher and elevate your higher self and that consciousness type talk, you will find a lot of these different sectors talk the same talk, like in the black sector, and you might hear some of them talking about sage, and now it's to the point where you hear Christians talking about sage, and you hear people in another thing talking about crystals and candles and all of this spiritualist kind of stuff. Now you're hearing some people in the Islamic community. I mean, I'm just, this is not valid information. I'm just using it as an example. But that's probably why. And when people conversate with each other, they pick up each other's language. And hold on, they pick up each other's language, and they hear all of that. Hey, sis. Hey. What up, no?
Oh,
Can
look
you hear
at my
me?
boo. Look at my boo thing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was just in a Zoom meeting with my high school graduation class and they could not hear me from my computer. So I had to go to the Zoom on my cell phone. So I'm like, I don't understand why they couldn't hear me because I use this all the time, the computer.
Like that, though.
You said Zoom.
Zoom.
I even tried the Edge and I tried the micro, the other window, and they still couldn't hear me. I was like, that's weird. And hey, you know what? I just got out of Zoom meeting. Can I go grab me a drink?
Grab one for me. I stopped drinking, but
Okay.
grab one for me too.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Brown liquor. Brown liquor.
You don't know
Go
nothing.
ahead. Go ahead, boo.
You over here talking about, I said, gonna grab you a drink. Drink. Over there talking about, drink. Drink.
Oh Lord. Don't they pick it up quick? Don't they pick it up quick?
Girl, his
No
his
ears.
his favorite song, one of his favorite songs, is
I heard
Heartbreak Anniversary. Do you remember?
Mama, can I sing song?
See, now he wants. No, I can't play it on here.
I heard a
Like,
click like somebody was trying to come on. Is anybody in your back thing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I heard one of them little boop. It go like boop.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well, go ahead. What was you saying? I'm sorry.
This little boy wants me to hold. He want all my attention, and when I'm talking to you and I'm leaning towards my uh the device to talk to you, he grabbed my face and turned it to him and started talking to
Oh,
in my face. Now he's up in my arms with his head on my shoulder. When he ready
oh.
to go, when he's ready to go to sleep, he always say, "Grandma, I want night night Harry."
What
Because
is that?
when listen, girl, when he was born, I made all my grandkids up a song when they was first born. So one of his songs, because he got more than one, but one of his songs, Nine Nine Hari. His name is Kahari. Nine
Oh,
Nine 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 Hari. It's time to say good night. So he
I think I
know,
remember.
yeah, he associates that with going to sleep. So now he tells
Oh,
every when he sleep, he say, "I want night night Hari. I want night night Hari." He think that mean I'm ready to go to sleep.
I'm gonna
I
start
want,
saying that.
you want night night Hari?
I want
ain't
nine nine
nobody
hard.
ain't nobody gonna know what you talking about with me.
That's that's fine. Then hey, I'm still say it. I know what I'm talking about. No, they ain't gotta know.
Hari.
Woo.
Hey, boo.
What's up? What's happening?
Talking about uh what
I don't know nothing
is
about what you talking about, so fill me in. Or are y'all done talking about it?
uh,
Okay.
uh, listen. Um well, girl, listen. The title says what is weird unbalanced, what I say, weird mentally unbalanced and have nine lives, and the answer is combination. The answer is carbonation. And just to go back through what we was talking about, Jaguar Wright, the controversial singer that has had issues with just about everybody that is allegedly that she has worked with in the industry, including Beyonce, Jay Z, well, Jay Z and not Beyonce, but Jay Z and a whole bunch of people, especially neo soul artists, because that's her style. She got
And
like
Deion Aaron. Didn't Deion Aaron cuss her ass out too? Pew pew. Isn't that the pew pew lady? I'm sorry.
Who?
I don't know.
Is that a
It
different
might,
lady?
Pew lady is the pew lady is Auntie Hammy.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. But I can see Deanna Aaron cussing out Jaguar too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The Jaguar is the one that Tasha K interviewed.
So you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, uh, so okay, so if you know that Tasha K interviewed Jaguar Wright, and Jaguar Wright has the download on every negative thing in the music industry, and it just so happens that she was involved with all these people allegedly from her interactions. This is how people are. Then you gotta know it ain't everybody else's. So anyway, Solar allegedly is friends with her husband. Her husband said that him and Solar were the ones that were friends. So when Velvet pulled the knife out and kicked Solar out, down to Texas he went with Jaguar and her husband to become Jaguar's personal assistant, according to Solar. But according to her husband, Solar was down there seeking to be signed with their label, to work with their label, doing music or TV or whatever. So what ended up happening is Solar got down there and got too cozy with this man's wife. And it started causing issues between the two of them. So at this point, the husband was like, Negro, I bought you clothes, food, you've been, chilling on my couch and this, that, and the third. And now you want to come and mess up stuff in my house. You gotta go. So when he tried to put him out, he and Jaguar got into it. So when they fell out or whatever, he decided to leave the house for a few days. When he came back to the house to get his clothes, some of his clothes or whatever, he said that he walked in and Solar was coming out of his bedroom. Solar said that wasn't true. He was there when he went into the bedroom in the first place. But he was like, the bottom line, I told you I stay away from my wife and you still hanging out with my wife. So the guy left and ended up going to the barbershop. He said that she kept calling him and texting him, where you at, or they was texting each other. I don't know. And he told him he was at the barbershop and they was like, we're about to pull up on you. And he was like, he knew it was going to be something because Solar's video, which it did, in Solar's live, he came on there saying, y'all stay tuned. It's about to go down. It's about to be some mess. And they were on their way to the barbershop. The next thing you know, they get up to the barbershop. Jaguar Wright gets in, goes in there, confronts her husband. Solar follow up behind her with like a little puppy while she in there confronting her husband. This girl takes her deceased son's ashes and start throwing his ashes all over her husband and other people in the barbershop. Take some of the ashes, rub them all over her face.
Oh.
Then Solar, retarded acting self, takes part. I'm sorry, because the retarded people ain't have nothing to do with this nut.
Right.
Please forgive me into all
it's
of
okay.
the mentally ill people out there. Sis-Lo is sorry, honey.
Yeah.
Solar's half-baked cuckoo friend and Ollie self wipes some of the baby's ashes off of her face and rubs them on his. What kind of McFoolery is that?
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing you know, he gets up, the husband and her, somehow it spills over outside. They get outside, Jaguar he is told Solar, stay away from my wife, get away from me, you better leave, this, that, and she's like, no, that's my nephew. Come on, nephew. No, that's my nephew, and all this, that, and the other. Now all of a sudden he her nephew. So she is trying to take up for Solar, and she swung on her husband. So he's trying to get her with him, and Solar decides to swing on him.
Mm,
Well,
mm, mm, mm.
I love you, bro. I love you. God is love. Love, love, love. And next thing you know, you see the camera, somebody pick up the camera. Solar was on the ground being dragged throughout the parking lot.
Mm, mm, mm.
I love you. I love you. And the guy was like, get out of here. Like, right. So somebody out in the complex heard all that was going on and called the police. The police get there and she ends up getting taken away. You see them on the ground, they wrestling her down to the ground. Then they call the EMS, the EM put them on the car, and they detained her and Solar. So she ends up getting 5150.
5150.
Yep. So now he's in a mental institution, and Solar is in a hotel somewhere, steady egging this man on live, going on live talking, calling him a BAN, and talking about he ain't this, he ain't that, you're a wife beater, blah, say this, that, and the third, and agitating this man. So the man is like, man, I'm just telling you, stay away from my wife, and it's on site. Solar talking about he getting ready to go out to the hospital where she at and try to check on her and this, that, and the other. He's like, man, how you gonna go check on somebody? That's my wife. I got papers on that. This ain't got nothing to do with it. And then, but in the meantime, Solar on live in this man and woman's business, this household, tearing up their marriage while he lusting after another man's wife, abandoning his own wife, and now Nateri is pregnant by Solar. He made the announcement on her birthday. Her sister, her twin sister, out to eat and all this, that. She like, I got something to tell y'all. I'm going to let y'all know at 11:11 or 12:12 or something like that. And then she comes on live and told everybody she expected. Well, I already knew she was expecting because I said something about it in one of her lives some months ago. And I remember I told you everybody in live jumped on me because I said, oh, you glowing? Are you expecting? And she was like, her comment to me was, it's not up to me if I want a baby or not. If Solar wants a baby, then we'll have one. But if he doesn't want a baby, then whatever. And then people start chopping me up in this live, talking about that's rude. Why would you ask somebody like that? This, that, and the other. Negro, I said she was glowing. Are you having a baby? That's it. But boom, a few weeks later, she was gone. And she went home. Now she revealing she's pregnant. Was it that she left in the first place because he didn't want no baby? And she wasn't about to drink the tea? Like they all make the women do at carbonation when they don't want the babies. They drink that tea that causes them to abort. I'm like, oh, it's just too much. But you so concerned about Jaguars, Mary. Your wife is the one that need to be 5150 because she too kind of crazy. Bipolar. She needs help really bad.
Yeah. All of them do. I can't even believe they're still on. They're allowed to be on the YouTube. I mean, they're like a whole Jim Jones thing. Like we're watching this play out. And so when they do something and somebody ends up getting killed and murdered and drinking the juice and stuff, I feel like I'm a part of it too because I've been watching this shit. I mean, it's weird. It's weird.
Hold on, check this out.
That's why I don't watch it.
One of the girls that was in carbonation, when she left, she went home and killed her mama. And something recently just happened. It was something recently where some former members of carbonation, this is just, I can't even think of it. Oh my God. Just recently, some former members of carbonation got into some type of trouble, and it had to do with somebody no longer being here.
I can't. I just, they ain't wearing,
Bro,
they ain't taking their meds, they ain't having condoms. Just a hot mess. Free use of internet to bring this ratchet shit up to us. I can't watch this.
let me lay your brother down. Come this way. Yep. I'm sorry. My baby don't went to sleep, y'all. I'm about to lay him down. Hold on. But I
Oh,
hear you.
good. He said he wanted to go to bed. I like it when the baby say, "I'm ready to go to sleep." He
Girl.
told you.
He ain't his baddest when he gets sleep. He gets terrible. Hold on. Ooh, ooh, girl, that's a big sack of potatoes right there. You hear me? So, but yeah, that's the way things was. That's how that what we were talking about. So now you're up to speed, and it's like this whole carbonation thing keep growing legs, keep coming to life.
So I know that her husband was online. Come out, they jumped him or whatever and whatnot. So am I understanding this right? Where it's like there's an affair going on or something? Is she part of the clique now? Is she part of the compound?
Mm,
I
no,
mean, I guess I don't understand.
first, first of all, she already has issues. She already has. There's some type of mental instability going on with her. Period. Now, if you go to any of her videos, this is not new. This the only problem with this is at this particular time, it had not manifested like this on live before. No, I do not believe that they are in an intimate relationship. But anytime you bring another person in your household, be it male or female, and you're a married couple, and this person is not directly related to you, even if they're related, you have issues. But if this person is not directly related to you, you're gonna have some problems. Any man that got another single man, well, not single, but another man in his house that don't care nothing about his own wife and left to be his now new baby mama to be with another man's wife, and now he in your household messing up your marriage. The guy want him out. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's out of order anyway. What grown man with any ounce of dignity wants to be living up in somebody else's in somebody else's house with being a third wheel? What you trying to be, a brother husband or something? And this dude is
So they all living together?
he was down there. He ain't living nowhere. He ain't got nowhere to stay. He was staying with them. He ain't got nowhere else to go. This man opened up his doors, but probably contrary to his first mind, opened up his home to you, and then you go in their home and you disturb their home like that. They arguing because of you. Because he's steady saying, this dude gotta go. And she said, no, that's my nephew. It's not your nephew. You met him through me. What? He needed to pack his grip and get on the Greyhound. Go home to your mama. Go find your wife. Matter of fact, find her missing tooth and give it back to her, and stay there with him. Because he the one out of anger. She had a partial, and he out of anger, being ornery, threw it into the wilderness. And she been without the tooth since then. What's up, bro? He's so silly. That's your brother. Sound like he a cuckolding specialist. Yeah, just about it, bro. That's about it. Sound like he a cuckolding specialist. You're right. Ain't no way, ain't no real man gonna allow another man to come into their household and get that close to their wife, and they hanging out, and this man have told you to leave, so y'all send him pictures, or y'all sitting up at the bar throwing up the peace sign and mean mugging like whatever, and send it to him, like telling him F you, we gonna be together, hanging together anyway. And he, yeah, you aggravate the situation. And then you're gonna get on live after the police incident and all this one man's wife in the hospital. You gonna get on live and agitate it even further when this man told you, stay away from my wife, bro. It ain't nothing in that. I don't care how he tries to justify whether the man was beating on his wife and this, that, and the third or whatever. That's not right. I'm not saying it's right. But you should have called somebody and got you on about your business. Because that wasn't your business. Call the police or something, do what you got to do, but they ain't your business. So you're not Captain Saver person. Because I'm not going to call out her name. You're a Captain Saver person. When your wife is sitting over there needing her, the same kind of help that Jaguar getting. And you got a baby on the way. So when he was on his live talking all this stuff about Jaguar and Velvet and all this, I kept saying, putting baby bottles and all this in the chat saying, what about your baby? What do you have to say about your baby? What are you going to do about taking care of your baby? He didn't even acknowledge. So after I kept putting it in the comments, everybody started doing it. Throwing up baby bottles and saying the same stuff. Come on, what? She pregnant? Yeah, dude, what about the baby? He never acknowledged it. Never said anything about it. In the whole hour semi-long live, never said a word about that girl being pregnant. And then gonna say, y'all can, if y'all want to help me out, y'all can hit me up, cash out, hit me in my cash out. I'm not even gonna put my cash up on here because if y'all really gonna help, you can just inbox me or whatever and get the information because I'm not about to go through. I said, ain't nobody sending you no money. Anybody send anything, they're gonna send it to her for that baby. Ain't nobody send you jack. Ain't nobody gonna send you nothing. Talking about send you some money. Send you some money for what? So you be in somebody else's business? And while the man was molly-whopping his tail, had him all on the ground whooping his tail, Jaguar's husband, he talking about, I love you, bro. I love you.
Now this was this on the video?
Yes.
They crazy.
Yes. He had them dreads mopping that sidewalk. You hear me? That whole speaking span right now, they stole her. The gravel, everything of the handicap sign is washed off the floor. He mopped that parking lot with them dreads. You heard me?
I hear you.
So arms and junk all scratched up. I love you. He loves you. And then she in the car saying, they're all gonna die. They're gonna talk. She sounds just like Darth Vader or some dog about it. She sounds like the Exorcist. I mean, really, she sounded like she was. But her husband was saying, you know what? She looked like a demon. She ain't even look like herself. He said she looked like she was possessed.
Oh, okay, okay. Speaking of possessed, did y'all see that woman that was on the airplane? That was there's a video with this woman on the airplane that she was possessed by a sex demon. The airplane was flying. The what is it when the wait? What is the airline attendant, the flight attendants was trying to calm her down. She's up in the air in the airplane, crawling across the top of the plane. Pure evil. It's all across the YouTube.
No,
I just because that was what I was watching
I'm gonna
before
have
I
to look
came
that up.
on.
I ain't heard about that.
Girl,
yeah,
and the video is up, and it's a hot mess because she is talking about this demon talking about something. All I want to do is fuck all night, girl, and she up on the plane. Go, and I ain't making this shit up. It's scary because you can see she ain't really touching the ground. Huh?
I just kick my grandbaby out the wall. Like, whoop, go in there.
That's what's trending right now. Okay, keep on, baby. I'm sorry. This your thing, but yeah, I was like shocked. I was like, and she told me so, and she in a demonic voice, and I'm like, oh my god, like people was putting up crosses and praying in Bibles. I mean, it was some straight up Linda Blair shit.
Oh, Jack.
The Exorcist. Hey, Count Amaru, how you doing? Who cocking? Oh, clucking special. Well, I can't see the thing. She's Count Amaru says sounds like my kind of a party. Well, 9,000 feet up in the air. Yeah, I don't know.
Why you just
Google it? Sis-Lo, what you doing?
who me?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you was looking for it. Okay, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Oh no, the link is in the chat. Oh, you see me scrolling.
Yeah, and I didn't know what you was doing. I'm glad to hear it.
Let me scroll.
Amaru said I'm good. Oh, you good? Okay. Oh Lord.
This look okay. Sound like your kind of party. No,
I
bro.
read the comment too.
Your kind of party sound like pew pew pew. Pat, 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 pat. Yours, you Italians, y'all got the same kind of party favors. Y'all got the same kind of party favors. They sound explosive. Italian don't fight no more.
What you talking
What's the
about?
hood table doing? What you doing, baby?
Who me?
Yeah, bro said
Filling out this dome chart.
Bro said it sounded like his kind of party.
Right.
Talking about fighting and stuff. I said, no, your party sound like gunfire.
Yeah, I'm fighting for it. My knees too stiff. But my trigger finger works just fine.
See, that's what I tell y'all. Girl.
For real.
But I don't know. I think the guy says that his marriage is over. He's done. I don't think he's done. I do think that she needs help because anytime you take the ashes, and this is so ironic, y'all, because check this out. Y'all know I got my brother's ashes from when my brother passed away. I still have my brother's ashes. Tanya, I think I mentioned this to you, that you and your brother, that I don't feel comfortable because everywhere I move or go, my brother's ashes are going with me. So I feel like he's not resting. And I really want to get a plot or something so that he can have a final resting place. Because I just don't think, now what if something happens to me? What if something happens to his son, or God forbid, if his son doesn't want him? He said he would take his dad's ashes, but he hasn't come to get them yet. So I just don't feel like it's fair to my brother, even though he's not there. His spirit is with the Lord. I still don't feel like his body. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he deserves to have a final resting place.
A resting place, right? And then some places you can go because it feels like probably like he's just all over and not in one spot. And
Exactly. And I think it's fair.
yeah.
And it's not fair to me because if God forbid, if they get misplaced or something, I'm gonna be sick. If God forbid, if I'm not able to take care of myself, who's gonna take care of that? Nobody wants that responsibility. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the something. So I thought about that. And I was thinking about that earlier today. And then to see this, where this girl took her baby's ashes, her deceased child's ashes, and was throwing his DNA on everybody. And then rubbed it on her face. And Solar took something off of her face and rubbed it on. That's disgusting. But you got to be mentally unstable to do something like that. That's not what sane people do.
She's in the cold with them?
Correct.
No, she's not in the cult. Her only connection to the cult is knowing Solar. But isn't it terrible that carbonation has such a horrible reputation that they think that everybody, not just you, a lot of people think that everybody that has some issues is connected with them. That's sad. But see, that's that carbonation code. People that are mentally unbalanced is like gets drawn to carbonation like the algorithms on YouTube. They draw people in. It draws people to that circle. It draws people. They draws that same type of people. They gravitate to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Don't do stuff like that. So I pray she gets the help. He said, and her husband said, pray for my wife. He said, pray for my family. We all really need it because we're going through something right now. This wasn't easy. This wasn't good to see her in this light. And he said he's never seen her like this before. Now, I don't believe that. I think he wants to blame Solar for this meltdown. But I think this meltdown was in the makings way before Solar came around. But he didn't help it. He gave her what she needed to tip the scale. Because he's not unbalanced. I mean, he's not balanced. And then any types of substances, whatever they are, whether they be alcohol, marijuana, any type of drug, whatever, it intensifies whatever effects that it will have on causing any type of psychotic breakdown.
Yeah, exactly. It sure will.
Happen. all the weed smoking, all the drinking, all of this, that, and the other, and you're already mentally imbalanced. And he said his wife hadn't been to a doctor or anything.
I can't watch them crazy people. I don't mean no harm, but it just seems weird and demonic, and I just can't put my energy into it because I'd rather be watching something more positive. But you got to watch people stuff like that because then you know your neighbors might be doing shit like that. So I guess I need to watch some of them, but I don't even know them people you talking about. But I need to know because it might be neighbors.
Right now, it's trending on YouTube. Nika
My
and I,
neighbor keeps burning leaves. I don't even know, is it leaves or is it bodies? I'm just asking. Who the fuck burns leaves nowadays in the city? You can burn leaves in the country. Who the fuck burns damn leaves in the city?
mm-mm-mm.
And she looked like a hoarder. Let me not talk about that lady. I don't even know her, but she started talking to me when I first moved in here, and she walked in my house with no shoes on. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't really like into the voodoo and all that kind of stuff, but she looks straight up like a voodoo lady. And I told her to get out. She came in my house with no shoes on, looking all crazy. I was like, "Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up out of here," and I ain't spoke to her since. But then she started burning stuff. I'm sorry. I didn't mean just. I've been meaning to let that out because every
That's
time I pull up, I just be wanting to say something. I'm like, who I'm gonna say something to? I'm letting the YouTube know I got a voodoo lady next door.
sound like she gravitating the connection. That's all right.
Yeah, burn some sage every day. The house just gonna be smoky.
Right.
But I don't know. Anybody else got anything to say about it? Because we a little over an hour now. So.
Well, I ain't really been following it, so I don't really got.
We'll be able to miss.
I don't follow her, and the only thing I get from Nicole is from you.
I don't follow. But it's like you know, any musician or something you see her pop up and she can sing.
Yeah, I'm
She
just
can
not.
go,
I don't know. I mean, even when she was on Tasha K, I had no desire to see what's up with her. I was just like, act right, okay, who is she? So I don't know. But yeah, some people attract my little commentary mojo, even if I don't know them, and some people don't. So I just listen to what everybody else got to say about. Kind of like in the B sector, some people do some fuck shit, and I be like, okay, and then somebody else do something. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta talk about this. But yeah, it's kind of like that with me.
yeah.
Y'all see everybody trying to come for me. Y'all see, I'm over here calling them out of my goddamn beef.
But
you see, I got to be fighting people in the goddamn beef sector and the goddamn black sector. Why they coming for me?
All you be doing is coloring, so why they coming for you?
Because I be in place and sharing people's videos. I had to drag 2 pictures on here, and I'm like, really? And then I had to dig back in the archives to drag a bitch that we already know she a messy bitch. Everybody keeps saying, what you meant about your goddamn community post? Now y'all see what I meant about my community post, but I ain't naming names.
Oh, I'm going to have to go to your community post and see what they talking about.
All right.
I'm lost.
And you know what? It might be good to just stay lost because these people are crazy. I mean.
Oh, bro said he's backstage.
I see this bootleg Bubba Joe Bobby Jackson Johnson Jr. What the heck?
He had like 20 names.
I love it.
Probably didn't.
And then look at the avatar. Oh Lord.
That's like his usual avatar. Sometimes he changed it, but that's one that he uses a lot.
I want to color that.
Like he was supposed to hit me up around noonish today.
Girl, and we were still in trying.
Work on getting his YouTube channel and StreamYard and everything set up so he can start doing content.
Home till like
Very
was
nice.
scratching.
I bet you was.
You scratching? We
He
need
was
more.
probably
We need
screaming.
more men folks on here.
Right. I
I
agree.
see it.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. Bootleg Bubba Joe Bobby Jackson Johnson Jr. is here. So
Oh Lord have mercy.
Everybody else off tomorrow while I gotta work.
I'm off till Wednesday because I got to work from Wednesday to Saturday.
That's what's
I'm
up.
I'm
on.
I'm off.
I've been off since I know that right. I've been off since Friday.
It's not.
You say what now?
I said I've been off for some years now.
Don't
Some
feel
years.
bad
No,
because
you
I'm
ain't.
working towards it, girl.
You
So
been
as
work
soon
since then. What you talking
as
about?
soon as soon as these numbers go through and I finalize and digitize exactly where I want to stay in the country,
Huh? What happened?
I's gonna be retired and
You
be
about
out
to
there
move? You
chopping on
said?
some wood, huh?
You said you about to move?
I'm just gonna. I'll just put it out here like this. I'm the way our background is looking. The numbers are starting to add up. It's about time to get one of them FHA or USDA's or one of them NAICs and
Go for it.
go ahead and pay the same thing what I'm paying for rent on here and go get me about 4, 5 acres with something on the land for the exact amount that I can qualify for financing.
That's what's up.
Good for you.
Yeah, I
Good.
got to. This they killing me in the city with all these dusty ass these students and rates going up and the quality of shit is going down. I don't think so.
Right.
No ma'am. No ma'am. I'd rather be somewhere where I can let a few chickens roam, give me a couple goats, and
That's the only
and,
thing that's going down is the quality of everything. Everything else is
and
going up.
hey shit. I mean, hey, it is what it is. There's too much going on down around. Too much good stuff going on. Got the wife getting her stuff together, and she getting her certifications and all those good other Asians. And yeah, we're gonna be ready for whatever's to come next. Cause Papa love his grandkids, but oh no, it's one thing to love them, but to have to live with them, oh no, that's not about to work. We're gonna turn the spot on over to the kids and the grandkids, and about to be some empty nesters come the beginning of the summer. Most High say the same.
You know what?
No,
Bishop
that's right.
Bootleg Bubba Joe Bobby Jackson Johnson. Um, I want to build me. I know ain't that's a whole mouthful right there. I want to build me a tiny house shed in the back because hell, I can do a whole lot of stuff with that, but I want to do a little tiny house in my backyard because it's wasted space. I don't go out there, but
Yeah,
I can use it for something a guest space. I can move in there and fucking let people
there,
move in the house.
there it
Shit,
is. If you want to make if you want to keep your money flowing where you ain't got to do nothing but get
right?
up and be thankful, then that's how
Hey,
you do it.
that's right. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna be focusing on for this year. I'm really. And
Go
you
for it,
don't really put
family.
all your business out here on the YT, but a tiny house, everybody's talking about it. So that's something, everybody can,
Yeah,
understand.
be your
Hmm.
she shed for your studio and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you can
I ain't
deduct
gotta
that
move shit
too.
around. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can deduct that too if you keep it
Why
real.
you oh, it's a tax write-off. Why you always in
Yeah.
one spot? Because I don't want to be moving all this shit. You see all this little stuff right here, the color one damn thing. You think
I know
I
that
want my
right.
whole house to look like this? No, you gotta
Uh,
keep that shit contained.
I know that's right. Yeah,
My
yeah, we
garage
done.
it ain't big. What'd you
Yeah,
say, baby?
I like the freedom. I like the freedom. It,
Right.
it, it ain't nothing like to be able to stretch out and like I said, I don't knock it, but there's a time and a place and hell, I only got one ticket like everybody else, and I'm not gonna waste it stressing out or being around a bunch of doggone college students that's eventually in the next few years that's gonna move on, go on about their business and be the
Mm-hmm.
next future millionaires and billionaires and people that run the country and the planet. You think I want to be sitting
Free.
around being on a lug, looking crazy?
Well, you know, right
Yeah,
now I just want a damn another bathroom because
I know
I
that's
know
right.
I got two bathrooms here. I don't have like a guest bathroom, but I just want like a studio with my own bathroom and water
I know
outside
that's
or
right.
whatever, a tiny house thing. So I don't got to worry about that. And I can lock, I don't even have to hide my products and stuff. I can just lock the door of the tiny house. And,
There it
you
is.
know, because I travel
Mm-hmm.
a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yes,
might let
ma'am.
people, my family come over and visit and stuff. You know, I don't want them getting into my good damn shit, you know?
I know that's right. Or put them in the back tiny
Bathroom.
house.
Uh-huh.
Put them in the back tiny house or go to the hotels. That's what
Well,
they
you
do.
know, you know how family do. They be taking over and shit. They be like, "Oh, you live by yourself. You ain't doing shit. Let me go up in
Mm.
here. Let me get this and get that." I'm like, "Bitch, this my God," you know. But anyway, we're not calling people bitches. But you know what I mean. You just want your own. But I
I
want to get a
know
husband and see.
that.
I don't. You know, it's hard. People always say, "Well, why you ain't mad and this and that?" Because I ain't found no food they can put up with my food la la. Even if I get married, I need my own space. You sleep down in the basement and I sleep in the attic. You know, that kind of situation. I don't want, if I put a fork down, I don't need nobody taking my fork and moving it. I
I
don't want
ain't
no,
mad.
I need my own space. We sleep together when we get ready to get fresh. And then you go to your spot, I go to my spot, and then we make sure we pay all the bills. That's what I want, you know?
I
Is
ain't
that
mad.
wrong?
There's somebody out there for you. Trust me. You just
I
have
think
to
that would be before I
keep
die.
keep concentrating on what you doing. A fine job.
I want to torture somebody like everybody else. Why can't I have a husband to torture?
Yes. Oh Lord.
Put up
Ain't
with
that
my
about some
food. I'm tired of taking the trash out all the time. Shit.
I know that right.
And I
Ah.
don't do no rabbit. People tell me something. You got a rabbit? I don't even do. Why is somebody on YouTube gonna be comfortable to ask me, do I have a rabbit? You know what them rabbits things are? The hood table.
Mm-mm.
I don't. Why people? Why would somebody ask an elderly lady, "Do I have a rabbit?" Like, yeah, right. Double D battery, plug it up. Like,
Yeah, I know it ain't.
Mm,
It
nobody's
ain't
business.
Bugs Bunny. It ain't Bugs Bunny.
It ain't
mm,
Bugs Bunny, right? And if
mm,
I got one, that's my damn business. What the fuck? These people on YouTube ask too many questions. I'm just saying.
mm. It's called. It's the tube. It's the YT streets.
Lord,
Oh, I'm sorry, Sis-Lo. You probably got your stuff all situated and stuff. I'm a single gal out here.
no, just, I'm slow. I just learned what a rabbit was.
That's funny.
Well, hey,
And then
What you
they
talking
got
about,
the double
Willis?
entry rabbit. Okay,
What you
let
talking
me
about,
shut up.
Willis? I don't believe you.
She said, "What you talking
What
about?"
you talking about, Willis? I don't believe you.
I promised the Bob.
The double
And
Oh,
entry rabbit, the three-way rabbit, the rabbit that got the little thing at the top
all
and the one
right.
that go the little big one and then the one at the back, and it's a three-way rabbit. And I'm like, what? Somebody gave me one for a birthday gift.
Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
All right.
I know, right? But I didn't use it. I gave it to somebody else. But
He
I
said
should
he
guess
had
it.
some already.
I wish somebody give me a new one for my birthday. So I can use a few new
Uh-uh.
things.
Y'all
She
doing
said
the
a new
most.
one. She didn't say her first one. She said a new one.
I can
Oh
use a
Lord.
few new things.
Uh-uh.
New house, new toys.
Wow.
mm-mm.
Where's
Took over. They
Sis-Lo
done
go?
took,
She just left us.
I'm right
y'all,
here.
Oh,
y'all done took over with y'all Sunday night
I'm ready.
shenanigans.
Well, you know, I was a part. See, sister, we're gonna blame it on Sis-Lo because Sis-Lo let me up on this mo. You know, she know I'm ratchet. She let me up here, so she ready for the conversation.
Girl, you lying. Who is this? Oh, girl, I'm about to say you wasn't coming up here.
Why I can't
Comedy,
come up here?
because you ain't
I
Oh,
got
heard
no.
yeah, you
her. I heard her
definitely
beat.
gotta watch her because she
Who
definitely
is
creeping up
that?
in here. Won't come up in here with no nobody but
That's
trouble.
Trouble. I like trouble.
Nobody ain't nobody but trouble.
Trouble done blues in the land. Ain't that what you
oh
say,
Exactly.
bro?
wow! Look who blew in the land early.
Trouble.
Look who the
that.
captain brought
Hey,
in.
If y'all know, you
I
know.
am not trouble. Trouble just finds me.
Uh,
She is the trouble. How's gonna find you? You the one
I'm
is the
not
trouble. Reason
trouble.
why trouble
Trouble just
showing up.
finds. I am America's sweetheart.
That's a Jerry Jones lie.
America's sweetheart. I like that.
well,
How's everybody on the panel doing tonight?
we're
Man,
Everybody,
right.
I'm good.
Good. I'm Karma Diva. I don't know if I know you, but I'm Karma Diva.
Hi,
that's
Miss
Miss Cl-
Karma Diva.
Good.
A view is a view. Good or bad, it's a view.
Yeah.
huh?
Right?
Um, I think she
Oh
What
was
we
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
tonight?
yes,
We
sir.
talking about Jaguar and her crazy self. The sis
Girl,
needs some serious mental health.
She ain't got no
And
ain't nothing wrong with that heifer. Excuse my
yes,
French.
look, we
yes
need
it is.
look. I have always don't. Do y'all remember? I used to always say we need help, and ain't none coming. So we got
Yeah,
a SOS. Save
well,
ourselves.
the ship left her though. Dropped
Yeah,
her ass off. Cause Jag been on some other shit. She been on the razor, the braid, and lemon juice
My
slide.
thing is, that's funny. I thought about that saying the other day. But
Razor blades, it's gonna be razor blades and lemon
you on a
juice.
what do you say? You on a slippery razor blade and a lemon. I
Yeah,
can't even
real
remember
talk.
how you said it.
Mm,
But
yeah,
yeah,
she clowning. She clowning.
my thing
Regardless
is,
of
you ain't really been in the business in 20 something years. So how is it you know everybody's business?
because she been in the business, she was not relevant. That's why she knew too much of everybody's business. Basically, she was
But I'm
around
saying
all the
she know
factories
people
when
that's
she
in
was
the
doing it.
business now. She
Well,
know
hey, you
they
gotta stay
business.
relevant. Hell, look like she gonna smoke Newports out of business. Shit,
And I'm like,
she make a smoker wanna quit smoking.
so okay, I watched the video clip and I was very disturbed by a number of things. Can we talk about it, sis? Have you talked about it already?
yeah, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Um, just first of all, I know I've heard you and Tanya talk about it a million times, talking about Nature Boy and his cult and this and that. And I've tried to watch a couple of his videos, and he was just too stupid to. I couldn't. I can watch stupidity and understand it, but that BS there, uh, yeah, I was like, there's no way these people are that damn dumb, but apparently it is possible. But I'm not familiar with who this solar person is. Um, but for Jag to go up to this barber shop to fight her husband, who has had her back through everything, everything. You go up there to fight him over somebody. And I was reading the comments on Instagram, and they were talking about how he had been doing these new videos and this and that. How you fighting your husband over somebody you just met 2 weeks ago?
Cause Solar, he brushed them gums on their uterus. I mean, my bad. But
You
What?
just made her.
I just fainted. Brushing the gums over the uterus. Oh Lord.
Hey, he had to clean the pipes. I mean,
he sure
sometimes
did. Cause that boy
sometimes the
gums
pipes
fake as
get
hell.
backed up.
View, you okay
Sometimes
over
the pipes
there? You
get
need
backed
some
up.
salt, some smelling salt.
I got some vapor. What do you call the vapor stuff? I got
That
some to
ammonia,
sniff.
you got the
Yeah,
ammonia
he gave.
smelling salt.
Yeah, he gave her an original vag steam. Yeah, she had to get it. Yeah, yoni, whatever you call that.
The
Yeah,
yawny, the yawny
yeah,
pills or whatever. Yeah.
And he gave her the business. Anytime you up there fighting like that behind you, he put it
But
on
she
her.
talking
And
about
didn't you
that
say
was
he
her
didn't knock up
nephew.
somebody else too?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. And didn't he just leave his girl or wife or whatever for somebody he just knocked up?
See,
No. Okay.
I thought I heard you say maybe I can't.
Okay, so how does his wife feel about all this?
She don't
His
feel
wife,
naked.
she ain't studying because she says she's Nature Boy's wife now, but him and her legally married.
Like I said, she getting piped down by, and she probably getting piped down by Nature Boy's
Okay, so she
assistant.
okay with sharing?
Apparently.
She don't want him. She don't want him at all. She don't want nothing to do with him. And um Natiri was the one that was sticking by him and loving on him and this, that, and the third, but he left Natiri to be with Velvet, and then and Velvet is married, legally married to. She's legally married to Nature Boy.
Okay, ain't that the boy that's been down there with the down there putting folks in the Jim Jones syndrome?
Yeah, Nature Boy. So
Okay, yeah.
like it's
Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
in Nature Boy done switched legal wives, but now Velvet took off and left, and she with some other cult dude.
Also, it's also the coat, man. I tell you, boy, that must be, boy. They got some strong genes, boy. They had you running around here giving up your check, your Social Security benefits.
And they was getting passed around when
Right.
he was still there before he got sent to prison. Nature Boy. Now they still passing themselves around
Yep.
willingly.
Oh, so everybody experimenting,
Mm-mm-mm. Big ass orgy.
basically. A big ass legalized
Big
orgy.
ass, nasty, stanky, herpy orgy.
Somebody got something, cause some of them don't look too
They getting
clean.
that church tax credit or something?
Yep, all that too. They getting it anyway. Nevertheless,
You know, I
somebody.
can never get into nothing like that. That organized kind of thing. You got to get up at this time. You know, nothing against military because I'm a military fam. I'm from a military family, but that organized kind of thing. But see, they take it to a whole different level. You know, that whole thing that they're doing is demonic.
They doing too much. That's what they doing. They doing stuff that they don't have no.
and
Just they
see,
have
that
Not
no.
was my
only is
next
they having
point. That
sex
was
and
one of my
passing each
next
other
point.
around, but
Was
they
saying that her taking her son's ashes at the end and rubbing them all over her face and
Uh-huh.
talking about they're dead men. They're dead. Baby, you lost me. I can understand your anger, your hurt, your pain at the beginning, you know, your pistivity. But to sit there in your car on live and do all of that with your son's ashes,
is she trying
that's
to
gonna kick
portray that
ass.
she's crazy? Yeah, I
Oh,
think
she ain't
that's
portraying, baby.
really like. I mean,
She threw them on her husband and other people in the barber shop too.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, it's doing too much. They right now it's just this. I don't know. People just they do what they want to do. Everybody had their reason why they do, but they just losing their mind right now. That's if you ask me.
Well, at least
People,
they not
ever
evil
been?
because you know
Has she ever been?
cannibalism ain't that far.
Has she ever been
Not
admitted
yet.
before?
He said she never had a meltdown like this before, but I find that hard to believe.
I do too. That's why I'm like, is this an act? Like,
No,
I mean, I done
because
heard different stories about her online and different people she's been involved with, and making accusations against, that she's been with,
so
things like that. But this is
so that
this
was Solar that was getting his ass whooped.
that was the
Mm-hmm.
husband, wasn't it?
Mm-mm.
no, yes, Solar was getting whooped.
That's what I
He
said.
Oh,
When they went in a barber shop, Jaguar was the aggressor.
okay.
It spilled over outside. Jaguar, his son, her husband, and Solar were arguing. So I kept saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. He's like, man, love nothing. Get up out my face, leave me alone, and stop messing with my wife. Stay away from my wife. And he's out. You need to go. You need to get up and go right back where you came from. Blah blah blah. This and third. She was like, no, that's my nephew. That's
Hold on,
my
I got a
nephew.
question. Who?
Yeah, that's what
Why
I
were
So
they
that
said.
all
was
three?
Solar
Why
saying
were
I
they
love you.
all
I
three?
thought that was the husband saying that.
No,
Why
that's
were
the
they
key.
all three at the barber shop?
That's the key right there. When the man said, "Man, you need to get up out and stop messing with
I
my
mean, did
wife."
somebody come there while somebody else was already there? Or I mean,
My husband was already there getting his hair cut.
Yeah, he was
who?
getting his hair cut. His wife was getting her hair cut too.
You said
He is
Solar?
on them. She pulled on her and Solar pulled up on her because she wanted to confront him about him not having a problem with Solar.
Okay, so the husband was already at the barber shop, and her and Solar pulled up on them, and she's
Right.
confronting him because he don't like her dating Solar.
Not dating. The fact that Solar is a see. Solar was his friend first. He introduced her to him.
Oh, okay. Now we okay.
Chum.
Ooh.
Started fucking
They got
his
Because
friend.
I'm just like totally
Got
confused.
pissed
Like, why
off.
is this happening? That's what I don't understand. Okay, go ahead.
You don't. She want to know basically why you got a problem with your friend that I'm fucking.
right.
And they still married. And they
That's
still
too
married.
bad.
Right.
Fucking his
That
best
part right
friend.
there, something.
That's too bad.
So they still married, and she's having sex with his friend.
What? You got a problem with
Is
That's
that
a lot of
right?
fucking going on.
with my friend that you fucking?
That's a lot of
Sis-Lo?
fucking
Where
going
they do
on.
that
Is that right,
Right.
Sis-Lo?
Yep.
Okay.
DeSoto,
That's a lot
Texas.
of stroking.
at? That's stupid. That's some ignorant ass shit.
But that's a lot of
That's
stroking.
ignorant. That's straight up ignorant.
Yeah, that's
And you
work.
dumb. I don't have no sympathy for none of you ignorant ass stupid motherfuckers. Cause all y'all just ignorant and stupid and dumb. That's just dumb. That's dumb.
Stroking.
You're just dumb. You can't be that fucking dumb.
That's a
Are
lot
you
of
that
stroking.
fucking dumb?
Hell
Seriously,
yeah.
that dumb?
That's some good stroking.
That's dumb and
I'm
desperate.
tired of people even thinking about it. All that I wouldn't even be able to hold myself together with all that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
To you, man.
that's the shared stroking too. I can understand if it was you on your own stroking, but that's everybody sharing the strokes. How many strokes you
No,
get today, Bobby Joe? I
And the
don't know.
moment you realize that your boy was fucking your wife, that's
they weren't sleeping.
You have to go. Fuck her.
Oh,
And
man.
fuck
Right.
Listen, y'all, they weren't sleeping together, Jaguar and Solar. That's what the husband said. They act like, well, he think it because they got too
And
chummy.
they probably are. And they probably
They
are.
are fucking. They
Yeah.
fucking. They fucking.
Oh, they,
I said
They
that
are fucking.
he cleaned his gums on her uterus.
They
I'm
fucking.
telling you,
They're fucking. Okay, they're fucking.
he's
you
munching.
know that old song, creeping in the next room.
There ain't no creeping in the next room. He is
Make me
dingleberry
dance
diving.
and make me dance.
That man ain't stupid. They fucking.
Shit.
Put the earphones
Right.
in.
Ooh. Don't make
In
that
his,
man seem like
in
he
his
crazy.
house,
Don't make him crazy. They fucking.
somebody's sleeping
I
in
bet you.
my bed.
I bet.
Everybody knows if you have that
Asking.
gut feeling that your mate is doing something, 10 times out of 10, they are fucking. They're doing it.
I
So
guarantee you. I
You better
guarantee you.
Exactly.
I bet you. All you gotta do is ask him what his.
Something
All
going
you gotta do
on.
is ask him.
It's going.
All you gotta do is ask him his favorite lettuce, romaine or Caesar. Which one he want? Cause he
Lord have
tossing
mercy.
all the salads.
Just Lord, just toss it all together.
Yeah, he
Toss it,
romaine and
toss
Caesar.
it up and let
Now
it
you
fall
can't have a
where
nice
it
chef.
lay. Toss it.
I said, yes,
Conversation.
you cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating.
She went to Ray's
Right.
boom
That's
boom room.
straight up cheating. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot
And
of
he was
cheating
sneak
going on.
cheating.
A lot of sticking.
How you can't even be cool with
Champagne,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sticking and moving going on.
That is sticking and moving. Too much dipping and sticking and all that.
Nah,
Just nasty.
he
There's too
nah.
much fucked up ass energy getting passed the fuck around.
He dingleberry chasing.
You know I can't mute because I can't. I mean, I can't mute y'all. I mean, I can't take it off speak.
Oh my
Why
bad.
you can't mute us? What you
Like,
You better get you a disclaimer.
granddaughter came in
Hey, what
the room to bed.
you need a
She
baby
just told
You
me
need
to go to bed. She no. I'm saying my grandbaby just came in the room to go to bed, and we
Oh,
Oh,
well, if you can't
champagne.
do that, let's turn the volume down. All you
She started
gotta
getting more big.
do,
I was like,
is turn the volume down on the computer.
I'm on my tablet, and if I touch anything, I'm scared it's gone.
Oh, you can't.
It's
They
gonna
don't
kick
got a
us
volume
off.
button on the side.
See,
You
it's
got a
then
volume
kicked
button.
us off. It then kicked her off.
All you gotta do is press the volume button.
You know good well. You know what? Y'all better leave. We gotta get Sis-Lo a tablet,
Champagne
girl.
saying it's too much thinking and moving.
Oh, wait. This is my channel. I'm in charge. Everybody pull out their damn coloring books now. Coloring books, tape, pans, flour,
We got to
weed,
take over. We got
everything.
to take
Let's
over
go.
Sis-Lo's channel.
We're taking over her channel now. Yeah, this look like a stage. This gonna be some weed. We gonna roll this shit on her channel. We gonna smoke it.
She said it's gonna be some
What
weed.
is that?
That's a sage. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
to
for
get
your
that's
neighbor.
I got a witch next
That's for your
door.
crazy neighbor.
Yeah, that's for the witch. Yeah, anytime you get any place new,
she
you
said
have to
that's for
burn
the
sage,
witch.
and you burn it.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
This
get
witch.
sage.
off that
Yeah,
negative
a neighbor
energy.
who's a witch.
Yeah, that's right. Get rid of the negative energy.
Yeah,
And
for
it
sure.
actually is very holistic, and it smells good. My lungs can take it. But every
Mhm.
time I pull it out, people think I have weed. No, this is sage.
Yeah, the thicker the smoke, the more negative the energy around you.
There you go.
Mm.
So that's my
Until
weed.
it
That's
thin
my
out.
disclaimer.
Until it thins out. Cause now if that smoke is chasing you, yeah, you definitely got some negative energy around.
Now,
I know.
see,
I
I
think
didn't know all that. I thought that you just,
I
cleanse,
didn't know all that either.
No,
No, I
it
know
does
that
cleanse. It cleanse.
you
Yeah,
cleanse the room and you can
yeah.
cleanse yourself from
Damn right.
head
But
to toe, front to back.
hey,
And,
the thicker that
you
smoke,
know,
though, the more negative energies you had around you. I didn't have some
but see,
billows.
that part I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't have some billows. It cleared up after I figured like, oh, okay. When you accept that as is, yeah, it cleared that garbage up quick. Like, oh, okay. And yeah, that smoke got to dying down real quick.
Oh my, how did it went dead, y'all. It just died.
That was
I'm like,
funny. I took your channel over. I'm sorry. The check will be in the mail, okay? I'm just saying. We had to make our coins over here while you was out of here. We gonna split the money.
Huh.
y'all so silly. Man,
Don't
I was
stop.
like,
Get it.
y'all too silly. I said, as soon as I said, I'm not gonna touch nothing because if I do, and it died. I was like, and
Oh, so
I
you
even
can say your battery.
it was
It
like,
sounds
oh,
like your phone need to be saged. Your tablet
Yeah,
need to be
that's what it
saged.
is.
She said sage the phone and the damn tablet.
Huh.
man,
All
oh
good
my,
friend.
oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. I was like, the whole entire world. Mm-mm-mm.
I
That
guess that's
junk was.
why he say trouble come through and when I come through, huh? Cause y'all was all
You know
quiet
what,
and
Caramel? I know your ass. Now I see your damn avatar. You had me thinking you was
oh yeah.
somebody else. I know your
Oh.
ass, baby.
Tell him.
I was
Tell
saying
him
that
all.
y'all already knew each other. I was saying that earlier.
Yeah. I know about
Oh,
that
okay.
caramel.
She said, I knew your ass.
I know because the boy, you see like boy, I ain't want to say too much. I was like, damn, I got enough bitches out here cussing me out and shit. But I know goddamn caramel, baby. Hey, baby. Happy New Year.
Hey, babe, I'm good. How are you?
I'm
No,
good.
No, it's
well, don't worry about it.
calling and hanging up, calling and hanging
Okay, well, don't answer it. You don't need to answer nothing you don't. If you don't
I
know
was gonna
anybody on,
say something, but the baby started talking.
no, that little, she using her mom's phone. She has one of her mom's old phones to talk to her cousins and stuff. And somebody she doesn't know is trying to FaceTime her. And I
Oh
told her, you
no.
don't You don't answer anybody you don't know.
I know
Yeah.
that's right. I don't know. You might have taken phone and FaceTime back there you want, Nick.
Right.
Right.
Well, no. Stop
Well,
being
shit,
nosy.
I put them on here. Put them live on the FaceTime. Let them put them on here. I
I
ask them a
had to
question.
do that. I had to do that with my
Don't
niece
call him,
with
my niece. Boy, you lost your damn mind.
Omaha's greatest stalker. You know who I'm talking about, Tanya. Joshua.
She got it. You remember?
Omaha's greatest stalker.
I got at least 30 of his Facebook pages blocked.
I got about 35, I think I counted at one time.
What's wrong with who the hell is y'all talking about? Who's stalking y'all? Y'all got some stalkers for real?
He is for real
The name
nuts.
of
And he thinks he's a pimp because his daddy was,
Oh, that
but
boy retarded.
you're not.
He
That's
ain't no pimp. He ain't no player.
that's Jack's son,
Really? Which one?
Coleman.
I know that. I mean, because I know Lil Jack rest his soul. I didn't know which one. I mean, I know you had a few of them. I do believe. But,
This is Joshua.
oh, okay. It sounds
And he's so
personal.
stupid he only go by two names. He go by Joshua Coleman or Joshua Blackstone.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
And
and
it's like
he don't just stalk us, bro. He stalks every female in Omaha. Every
That boy
everyone.
female
got
in
his long
Omaha
way.
has blocked like 50, 75, 1,000
I know
people.
some of his people's like personally, and that's why I ain't gonna really speak on it. I mean, I ain't reached out to them. We ain't talked in a while, but there's somebody, like I said, one of his kin folks, one of his bloodlines. I've been knowing since we was able to blink eyes, and little kids
Well,
with
they
comic
need to touch
guns, and
down with him and tell him to
that's why I
quit
say
preying
I
on
ain't.
women.
I mean, I ain't know who y'all. So I try to stay away from folk. Cause don't give a damn who you is. Niggas get hurt.
On your children.
Can I ask you something? I'm looking at. Open up another window, and I'm looking at your chat, and I just see one person watching. I refreshed. Well, obviously, it's not true because we got 5 people up on this. Stop cussing. Okay, we have 5 people watching right now. What do you all see? I don't want y'all to go look at other channels and things,
Well, I'm
but I
not
want to
actually
see.
watching her. I'm actually on
I
here.
see one. How is
Yeah,
there
but
one?
I don't think we're watching her YouTube video. We're all inside of her StreamYard.
Oh, and so when I opened up my other window and went over to the other side, I'm the one that's watching
Yeah.
her. I'm a nosy bitch. I had to keep one
Yeah, I don't really have my YouTube.
because I
I don't
want
have
to protect her in case somebody want to come over here and kind of drag us,
Oh,
Man,
well,
they ain't
Oh,
gonna. They
honey,
finna
oh,
my
you got the
sister-in-law.
drag queen.
I
I
shared
shouldn't
her
say it
link
like
earlier.
that,
I shared the link earlier, so I
yeah,
did
and
share
I
the link
should
on my
too. But then
community.
when I go to like just looking as the audience, I only see one person. I'm like, and that's me. I'm like, no, there's more than one because
It's all right. We're gonna get them hours up. As long as we all monetize. As long
that's
as
what we're
everybody
trying to
monetize.
do. Right. All right. We're trying to get her
it's
the
been,
hours
uh,
up.
it's been a few people in and out. It goes up and down, up and down. So yeah,
Did I
before
do that?
no, well, no, it's been a
I
lot of
just had to
people
make sure it wasn't me.
since y'all were up here. There's been people, in and out. So.
No, it's not you. No. I'm just trying to study the analytics because YouTube has changed so much. Today is what? Well, it's going to be February the 1st, but they are, you can't cuss within the first 8 minutes of a video. If you have older videos, it doesn't even matter day one when you got monetized. If you have cussed in the first 8 minutes, I know people keep saying 4. That's a lie. The first 8 minutes of any video that has any cuss words, YouTube will demonetize it. I don't care how much money people have made on it or whether it's new or old video from whenever YouTube came up, they're going to demonetize it. And it's computer
Oh,
generated. And so
when
you
does that
cannot
come
cuss
out?
or do certain things within the first 8 minutes. And that is a fact that's in the YouTube guidelines. They just published it. And so people they're also allowing shorts to be monetized. The short videos are
Oh,
normally 4 minutes,
Yeah, the
but
short
now
videos
you can
are
get
now being
monetized.
monetized.
People
But
are, "You shut up."
where do we receive the information about the what you were just talking about? Did they email it or how do you get there?
Well, you can go anywhere, but you can listen to YouTubers like me, okay? But it's in the YouTube. If you go to your settings, and if you
I
are,
mean, I'm in my YouTube studio.
yeah, they've been sending emails and stuff. If you look in your YouTube, when you get on here, you should see little banners going across your screen.
Yeah, the only banner I
Like,
saw was the one that asked, "Did I want my channel to be continually monetized because they're doing the shorts?" So I agreed to all of that, but I ain't seen nothing else.
well, that's
That's what
fine,
I'm
but
saying.
there's a whole
Where can
bulletin that they
I
put out
read
once a month, and they send it via email. And
it?
it's like the last one was 8 points, 8 bullet points. But the bullet point that everybody needs to be concerned with, because you will not, I'm not saying you, when I say this, I want to make sure, and I'm not yelling or anything, but I definitely feel like if I don't say it a certain way, people are not going to understand it. Okay, hold on. Let me show my little finger. Hold on. You will be demonetized on any video that you have if you cuss within the first 8 minutes. It don't
oh, well,
matter
I'm
if the video
demonetized.
is today, tomorrow, or yesterday. Any videos. YouTube is going through your whole damn history of your monetization. Any videos that you've cussed within the first 8 minutes, you will be unmonetized. The videos still stay there, but you will not get any coins. I get lots of residual coins because people are like, your channel is lame. You ain't got shit on there. Bitch, I got videos. I got 7,000 videos on my platform. I don't even know if y'all know that. That most of them you
Wow.
can't see them because I got them on private or unlisted. But it's not about me. You can't cuss on your videos within the first 8 minutes if you plan on being monetized. And if you have videos already up that you think you're proud of and you all this and that, if anybody cuss anything that is not YouTube regulated within the first 8 minutes, your monetization will be cut off.
So how do
Period.
you know, like for somebody like me who does not post often and this and that, how do you know that your video has been demonetized?
Well, they're
Is
gonna
there
send you an
some kind
email
of
Well, you
at
don't
this
know
point.
that until
They
you
ain't gonna tell
actually
you going
part
out
of
to
the.
everybody. I'm sorry. Look, go ahead.
what?
You have to first be a monetized channel before you know that. Because once you're a monetized channel, then what you do is you go back to every video that you've done and you request monetization on that video. So you would have to go through every video that you've done. And
Right.
then
Then
they'll
that's
tell
called
you
Okay.
if it's not monetized or not.
Yeah, that's a manual review. But the whole thing with the 8 minutes starting February the 1st, nobody can change anything. You can't do anything. If you cuss within the first 8 minutes, it's automatic. And you can dispute it if you want to. It's going to occur. You will be demonetized, and then you will have to fight it.
So you just gotta fight for that video?
No, you don't. The video is not going to go anywhere. You just won't get paid on it. And if you
Okay,
did
but
get
when
So
you
paid on
they
it,
say
doing so basically they doing a clean sweep like they did on like they doing on Facebook where they going back like because I keep getting message. First of all, I used to be deep on Facebook, but now I don't barely even go on there. But I keep getting emails and text and and little messages about your video from
oh, I do too,
2012
everybody. Yep.
has, and I'm like
Yep.
2012. Do you know?
they're
And then
going back.
a lot of it is from shit when we was in groups and
Yep.
posting
Right,
memes and stuff. And I'm
right.
like,
So that's what
this
it
was
is.
from a private adult group. We
It don't
vetted
matter.
everybody that came in this group to make
Don't
sure
matter.
for the most part, they had to be 25 and older to even be in our groups. Remember that, T? They
Yep.
had to be at least 25 to join our groups. So we vetted everybody that we put in our groups. And, it was like you sitting here trying to penalize me for something that this this new rule was not even in effect
They
for it.
can't. They have to at some point. I'm actually an auditor too. You have to clean slate, and you have to start at the beginning. There are multi-millions of people with videos and things. Nobody has time for all that, so they're gonna push a button. Everything is going to be clean slated, and if you can dispute it, that's a whole different section. But anything you've done, even if it was from 19 whenever this damn thing started, if you cussed or any cussing or anything that is against the YouTube violations or listing that is on your video, even if you got monetized, it was on there, you got 95,000 people or you got 2 people, it doesn't matter. They're not looking at. So these big time YouTubers with multi-millions that got the goddamn gold plaques and the thing, they will be hit too. Period.
So I guess
This
the
is
best
just
idea
crazy.
then would be, especially if you're having panels, to not add anybody on to like maybe 15, 30 minutes later, because you can't always control what somebody else is saying on your channel. Like we hear people say it all the time. Don't curse, don't curse, don't curse, don't curse, don't curse. And people like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. You know.
And I'm so sick of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
But
matter if it's not within the first 8 minutes.
don't add me
It doesn't
till
matter.
30 minutes later.
Yeah, so you can cuss on YouTube. Now, how do you think I'm still on here? That's
No,
all
that's
I
why I
do.
said don't add me till 30 minutes later, cause then
So,
So 8
so they're
minutes.
not
So they
going to
have
take
to figure out
your.
how to do it within 8. So they got down to the 8 minutes. Do you know how many minutes they were battling? They wanted to do it 4. And people keep saying 4. So that's why they do the shorts. See, there's a whole big old process. Everybody doesn't think, oh, YouTube just going to change their mind. All of a sudden they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. These things have been in progress for a long time. And I know because this is what I do. I study this kind of shit. I ain't just talking out the side of my goddamn neck. So whatever.
So are you saying that if you curse within the first 8 minutes, will your whole channel be demonetized or just that
No,
video?
no, no, no.
just
I
the
just said it.
video.
The video, you will not get money on it. Your video can go and fly or whatever, unless you violate some other things that
Oh, okay.
YouTube
All right.
doesn't
Well, I'm
tell
good
you.
then. I'm good then. So if I want to curse, I want to
You're
curse.
good.
Yeah.
Everybody is
Okay.
good. But see, this thing that
Okay.
annoys me is everybody's throwing all this damn misinformation and people getting all afraid and stuff. Oh, don't cuss, don't cuss. Bitch, I didn't call you a bitch. You know I ain't calling me. But I'm like, bitch, I cuss all the goddamn time. Do you
Right.
think I've been on here this long with this goddamn cussing and this damn mouth I got without knowing the goddamn rules? So
Well, I'm just gonna add
anytime.
people on later in the video. That way, I make sure nobody else
It
Hmm.
curses.
doesn't matter. You can add whatever you want to, as long as
Yeah.
it's within the first 8 minutes. You
Right.
cannot cuss,
Right.
and this is tied within the money because a lot of the you can't get monetized because the advertisers can't. They won't go to you. They don't want their product associated with all that kind of foo-la-la.
But see, and then
So
You
I
know what all of this is to me? You know, all of this is Facebook, YouTube, all of this. This is censorship. And we
yes,
need to be aware of it. It's blanketed
it
censorship.
is. It
And
is, and
everybody
sometimes I
is
like it
too
because
hyper.
people can't censor themselves. These people get on here being wild and out, doxing and doing all this stuff. I'm kind of glad that they're
Yeah,
doing it. I don't mean no damn
well, if they
harm.
need to come
You don't
down
need to
on
bring
some,
all
they
this
need to come
ratchet shit
down
on
on the
here.
doxing. I mean, doxing is worse than cursing. But I'm
yeah.
looking at a website now that was published 4 days ago, and they say YouTube's new profanity rules are punishing creators retroactively, and they're furious. And they said introducing in November, the new rules are demonetizing videos that contain cursing in the first 7 seconds.
Now it's supposed to be 8 minutes. Now you say 7 seconds. If it's anything,
That's
it
what
might be
this
eight
website
seconds.
is saying. They say in
It's
the first
eight
seven
seconds.
seconds.
If it is if it's anything, it's 8 seconds. It's not
Okay,
7.
that
So
gotta be it then, because I'm like,
and they're going back in your whole history of your channel. This is the part that's going to cause people issues. From the first time you did any cussing within the first, whatever the time limit is, your video will be shut down for monetization, but you will still be able to keep the video up. Your channel will not be shut down, but you will
right.
not be monetized. So you people doing videos for 9 hours and somebody cusses within the first, you're going to say 8 seconds or whatever, your video will not be monetized. Period.
Oh, that's
Now,
cool
what
because who normally curses 8 seconds in anyway? You just open up, what the fuck up, yo? You know, like, That'd be cool. But
Now
I'm still
I'll
on
say
the
this.
safe
This
side. I'm gonna add people in after like 15, 30 minutes if I'm doing a panel. At
Now
least on
I'll
the
say
Friday.
this. This is I just it just this blanket censorship is what bothers me. You got, I mean, it was about a couple of months ago. I noticed that I would, I watch a lot of those crime videos, and they were talking about you can't say suicide, you had to say unalive, and I'm like, huh? I was like, what? If somebody is talking about like a sexual assault, they'll
Oh,
bleep
that's
out
what
stuff
that's
or
Tracy. What she does, Tracy does that. Like instead of murder, she say murder. Things like that. That's Tracy.
yeah.
Well, she's
And I'm
idiot.
like, what? Why? When did words, actual words, become that offensive?
And the
Words.
same reason why everything else we dealing with right now with comedians and all that kind of stuff, people are so damn sensitive.
I've been telling y'all for years. Ain't I been saying that for years? People are too hypersensitive. Everything is about them, and it's oh, you hurt me. Okay, well, maybe this ain't for you.
Right,
Leave, plug your ears, do what you got to do, but maybe this message needs to hit somebody else.
right.
It may not be for you. Everything is not for everybody. And that was something that I hated on Facebook. You know how I was when we would post something and then somebody come in with they sensitive ass, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, well, you got a couple of options here, my dear. Um, A, you can get off the damn post. B, you can keep scrolling. Or C, you can just sit there, read, and shut up. But you don't. What are you all up in arms about? What is your outrage going to change? What is it going to change? Not a damn thing. These people gonna still be talking. They gonna still keep doing what they doing, whether you on here pissing and moaning or not.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's just, I mean, these
And just
platforms were great platforms at one point. Yeah, there's always going to be some kind of bullshit and fuckery that comes on there. I don't care what platform you on. But, and the thing that kills me, they always come down on the wrong people. It's like the people that need to have their ass censored or blocked or kicked off, they they fly under the radar. But somebody who just on here clowning or just not even causing havoc are the ones that they are bothering the most.
yeah,
You said I
you're
need to
right.
sage myself. I know I'd probably do.
No, I'm just doing this for me because I don't want her to channel. I'm about to say, oh, she over here with them people over there, and she got a big old joint over there. But I want to keep my little thing, and I'm making something for my background. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, Caramel Diva. You're right.
It's horrible. And I mean, this day and age, people are so into their emotions, and it's good you in check with your emotions. That's a wonderful thing. But keep your emotions to yourself. Why
Mm-hmm.
do they have to affect me
Yep.
and everybody else?
I agree.
And see, that's where the problem lies. That, and they try to appease everybody. You cannot please everybody. Period. And if you ain't learned that in life yet, then baby, here, let me take you to school, get you a pencil and a pad out, and let me help you.
Mm-hmm.
Cause there's some
So let
things your
me.
mama should have. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You should have, yeah, right. You should have learned those. There's certain things that are you should already know, and it amazes me a lot of
Hmm.
things that the people on the YouTube they don't even know. Like, how were you raised? And I always say, oh, you was raised by wolves. There are certain things like please and thank you and certain common courtesies that you should already know it and have already been instilled But here on the YouTube, these people are just so rude and just ratchet.
And
And
I get with them too when they get. Cause I try to, I honestly do try to get along and just enjoy a conversation. And even if we disagreeing, I'm enjoying that. But when you start trying to go below the belt and trying to insult me, I will give you a warning and be like, you don't want that with me. You don't.
right, that's
Because
right.
I let them know I'm a verbal assassin, and I do this for real in the streets too. So
Mhm. Well,
have it your
I'm amazed at how
it's
people feel
Burger King. Have
comfortable.
it your way.
I'm
Uh,
amazed at how people feel comfortable talking to people so disrespectful on here on the YT and they don't even know each other. Because I know
Mhm.
I always was told, please, ma'am, thank you, and all of that kind of thing. And even younger people, I always say Miss or Mister, and people look at me half crazy because, like, lady, you older than I am. But that's out of respect, especially if somebody
I
that's
do that with my kids, like my
service.
daughter, her little friends. I talk
Mm-hmm.
to them and I'm like, hey, Miss Arju. Hey, Mr. Jojo. And so now, Mr. Jojo, when he comes over, he's like, he sees my son. He's like, hey, Mr. Elijah. Hey, Miss
Right,
Keisha. I'm like,
right.
how you doing, baby? It's I'm teaching, but I'm also showing. Respect is earned, not given. It's
Right.
earned.
But they
And
don't do
so
that now. And then sometimes it does shock me sometimes when people say, Miss Pam. And I'm like, who the fuck they talking to? Because I don't even know if I need to cuss them out or if I need to say, hey, but the whole level of respect is flipped. But I never would talk to people like some people talk to folks on here on the YouTube and even in public. I would never, even and holding doors open, just being respectful. It's just a hot mess. Anyway,
you know what, in a way, and I'm gonna say this, and this might piss some people off, but I blame us, my generation, because if you think about it, we were babies of that crack uh generation, that crack epidemic when that was going on. Uh, a lot of us were latchkey kids, so we were coming home to empty homes on our own. We were raising siblings when we were children ourselves. Um, and as we and then we were also part of that the gang culture, the drug wars. When we got a little older and started having our kids, because of the things that we went through, we sheltered. We we covered all the wagons. We were protecting our kids, rightfully so. But did we over shelter? Did we overdo it? And now we have all these sensitive kids who have never been through a damn thing in their life. They've never had a day of struggle, nothing. And so now they don't know how to cope in life. I mean, too many of us, and when I say that, a lot of us get upset. And that ain't my fault. That ain't, but who raised your kids? You've allowed to the point where your kids won't even sit still in the classroom. They sitting there, literally, my daughter come home every day talking about kids yelling, just yelling in the classroom, where she can't even hear the teacher because other kids is acting up. And God forbid the teacher say something to one of these little fuckers, and then the kid is actually standing up to the teacher, wanting to fight and cuss out the teacher. Then you got the ignorant mama coming up there who, why you telling my baby? You don't tell my
would have
baby
bought
nothing.
it
Okay.
on.
You said what?
Would have bought it on in bedroom clothes outside.
bonnets and boom boots.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hate
I
that.
had one lady, her son was trying to bully my son when he was real little. And I finally seen the kid, and he was a little ass kid, but he was sitting there in this chair. Because I was like, I'm not playing this bullying bullshit. I am the bully. I am. So we not playing this. So I called the principal and I said, look, I need a meeting with you, the teacher, that boy, and his mama within the next 2 days. Make it happen. And this child, he was just like shrieking, just shrinking in this chair. And then the mama came in and I totally understood why this child was the way he was. He was in what, third grade, and had been to 5 schools. Um, Mama came in with a bonnet and a hoodie where you can obviously tell she had no bra on, just as ghetto. And I'm like, look, we not gonna play the ghetto card, baby, cause I promise you, I'm gonna win.
Ratchet.
I'm gonna win.
That's ratchet.
Now the difference between me and you is I've been there,
Oh,
I've learned from it, I've elevated above it, and I'm moving past it. What do you choose to do? But your kid is not going to drag my kid down with him. But do you know, ever since that day when I came in that room and I spoke to that child and I asked him, how are you doing, sweetheart? How's your day today? You doing good today? Okay. Every day since then, that child will run up to me and give me a hug and just say, hi, Elijah's mom. You want me to go get Elijah? I think he's over there. Just, I said, this baby needs love and some attention. And I
And
felt bad for him, but I
structure.
couldn't do. I'm sorry, go
Mm.
ahead.
I said in structure.
Yeah, yeah. She
High
was,
random
she,
drafting game. What is that? One of your babies.
but
The
she had
red.
moved that baby around so much, and he, like you said, he needed structure. She had moved him around here and there, and I get it. Sometimes, you don't have the money, and you got to move from house to house or whatever. I get it, but something has to give. We have to force a change in our lives sometime.
Hey.
Hello.
Here he comes.
So, so
Hey,
back to what I was
random.
saying.
I see random.
This
Hey.
this whole
What's up, Randall?
entitlement. Am I in a? Can I get some agreement or some disagreement as to it ain't all on us, but we do play a major part in how these kids are today. Hello, am I in the
Well, I
mosaic?
agree. I don't speak on this topic that we're speaking on because I don't talk about what I don't really know. I've not been married. I've not lived with anybody. I don't have kids. So on the opposite of this thing, but I have assisted people that have all those things that I just said. And then I have nieces and nephews and things that I've helped raise. So I know, but anytime I get in those kind of topics, they always
Man,
say, you ain't got no kids and you ain't this and that. And I'm like, what? So you going to
um,
disrespect me? Because I ain't got whatever you think I'm supposed to have. I don't have no, I ain't out.
See, I don't do that because, like, I have an aunt who has never had a child of her own, but she has helped to raise all the nieces and nephews in the family, every last one of us.
maybe
So
all
on Mother's Day,
of me.
I make sure to buy her flowers and a card too, because, like I said, even though she's never given birth to any of us, oh, she's been a mother She done help raise all of us, and she's done her job, and she still helps all of us. So I make sure to let her know that she is appreciated and she is noticed.
So you know what I'm speaking of. So it kind of hurts me when people always throw that out there with me, but it was a life choice because to me, in my mind, when I grew up, your first thing you're supposed to have is a husband before you have children. I'm not disrespecting anybody that had it the other way because my
Yeah.
mom and the other people in my family had kids before they got married or if they got married. So I'm not saying anything about bad about that. But for me in my life, that's what happened. It is what it is. So should I be penalized? Because I
No,
don't have the things that everybody has, and I don't have 9 ex-husbands or ex-wives or whatever the hell I'm supposed to have. I don't even have a cat or a dog, so I don't have a voice. But it's all good when it's Christmas time and somebody got their electricity off or they can't pay their car note
right.
or they need some money. Oh, they always come to me. Do you know how many? Well, y'all don't know, but I have helped so many people on the goddamn YouTube giving coins and nobody would even know who these people are, helping them have their goddamn Christmas and stuff. But then when I get dragged and talked about on here, I'm always the homeless, this and that. And I'm thinking, you know what? No, I ain't gonna play that game. I just let it fly, let it whatever, because I want to be the bigger person. But I think people need to let other folks still have some input in things. I would never put anybody's dead mother on a damn channel. I would never drag and I would never put anybody's work phone number in place. I wouldn't be on here trying to flirt with somebody else's husband or wife or I don't even know what y'all be doing. Not y'all, but the people on here, the UYT do. But I get on here and try to offer content, coloring and stuff, and then I get dragged. I'm sorry, I'm feeling kind of bitter right now, Sis-Lo. Because they dragging me on at YouTube because I got a goddamn coloring. But I'm going to start baking a goddamn cake, the hood table.
Bake you a cake. Ow.
It was my birthday.
Hey. Cake.
They want that cake. Yeah,
Yes.
you know what kind of cake
Ain't
they
that
want.
was some good old cake. What happened to Carmen?
Right. Bishop, you said, do you got some single man for me? I'm just asking Bishop.
He down in country, so he might have some single country friends.
Oh, I like country men. Country, I know. And now people think I'm all cityfied and shit. No, I like a big old country man. Shit, got bank, got benefits, and a wick. Hey, we good. Where is Bishop at?
I don't know. Karma even left. Everybody, I don't know, but I'm about to get up off of here, y'all. I still gotta cook my dinner.
Oh, you know it is a holiday.
Backstage. I'm sorry, she backstage, y'all. Hold on.
Oh.
And I'm trying to tell y'all. Hold on a minute. My baby woke up. Hello.
Okay, you back, Carmel.
My baby woke up. Where y'all? You hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Your baby woke up.
The baby woke up.
Woke up throwing up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to get off of here because I need to cook my dinner, y'all. And then I have a 12-day shift. I have a 12-day shift tomorrow, so.
Okay. Oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, you were saying something when I got cut off.
Well, tell her I hope her baby feel better, but I'm about to jump off of here.
Okay, the hood table. Okay, the hood table. Okay.
T.
All right, good night.
I'm
sorry.
Good night.
Well, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all on purpose, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. All of our guests, people that drop through, please make sure you guys hit like and share. Like and share, and guess what? Your girl moving soon. Hit that cash. I need all that I can get. So ring a ling
cash apps.
Bring a in that cash out machine, cause I'm starting all over. So
All right.
You can
You
do
happy
it.
about
You, you are not
huh?
alone. You are not alone.
You are not alone.
Why did I know your ass was about to start singing?
Exactly.
I did too. I knew it too.
No
Soon as
time for
those
hee hee.
words came out.
Huh?
Now, I'm sorry. You said something, and I got cut. We were speaking, and we were kind of talking about the auntie thing, and you were making your point, and I got cut off, and I'm so sorry because I really wanted to hear your answer. What was it that you were? You were
Oh,
just
I
kind
don't
of
know.
saying
So are you
let's
trying
just
to cut us off? Are you trying to leave? Because I can finish it, but were you trying to go,
no,
Miss?
want to do what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I don't, you know how I just kind of get my little energy and I start rambling and then I shut the fuck up for about 9 minutes.
Mm.
But yeah, I was trying to say, I guess, I think people need to not make people that don't have kids or a husband feel bad because they don't have that. And I guess I accept the whole title old maid. I'm okay with it. But the thing that I don't like is if I'm an old maid, then when Christmas time comes and electricity bills need to be paid and your car note is behind and you need money for school supplies, why am I all of a sudden looked at as, oh yeah, but the rest of the year there is no interaction. So and that even people on the YT that I don't even freaking know. I've sponsored so many people since I've been on here. I will never share who I have done certain things for. But then when they get in their
Mhm.
chats and stuff like that, oh, they feel very comfortable dragging me. Okay, well, that's why I said
Wow,
last year I'm shutting down everything because I'm being very selective on who I give to.
right. I mean,
That's
and something like that. Well, in real life, I don't really do a lot of stuff on as far as Cash App and stuff, but in my everyday life, one thing that I am extremely proud of, I'm so proud of it. It makes me cry every time. Um, my kids, kids pick up on what you do and what you say. They're little sponges, and I am always proud and amazed of my children when I see them go out of their way to help someone who does not have as much as we do. When I see them, like in the summertime, I've seen both of my kids go over to like a pop machine or whatever, and somebody outside of Walmart, they just walk over and give them a pop because it's hot outside. Or they'll take them a sandwich. We'd be in the store and they'd be like, Mom, can you buy this sandwich? I don't, I'm thinking it's for them. They'll walk outside and give it to somebody that's homeless. And when I say, well, what made you do that? They be like, well, Mom, I seen you do that.
Right.
I seen you, I seen you go on our pantry and fix, like we had some little kid. I appreciated his hustle. He had come through the neighborhood and he was trying to rake yards. And he said, I'm trying to raise some money for so I can go and feed me and my two younger siblings. I'm like, baby, I ain't got no money, but hold on. I went in my pantry, and by the time that child walked off, he had 4 bags of groceries. But, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not trying to, brag or nothing. But your kids watch what you do, and they've made me so proud by following that footstep because I let them know, baby, we
Mhm.
are just a paycheck away from where they at.
Everybody
We ain't
is.
no better. We ain't no better than these folks out here.
Hmm.
And I've worked in the homeless clinic. I've talked to these people, and a lot of them just had a series of bad luck, and some of them got downhearted. A lot of people that's homeless have mental issues, and we don't have mental hospitals to take care of them anymore. but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Um, but it, like I said, it just makes me proud, and I have to thank, like I said, my aunt that I was talking about. I I make sure she's good all year long. I go over there, I call her up and just talk shit to her on the phone, just just because she'll answer the phone. She's like, "Who is this?" And I always go, "Your mama." She'd be like, "Oh, damn it, it's you."
Hmm.
And that's just us. And I always make sure her birthday is Groundhog Day, so I always make sure I get her something for her birthday. I always make sure I get her something for Christmas. Because all throughout the year, I can call her and be like, "Hey, can I come through and get $20 if you got it?
Hmm.
Can I get $10?" She'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, come on over, come get it." Okay. And or I just go call her or go over there and just chop it up with her just because. But I always want her to know that she's appreciated.
Right.
It's by nobody else than she is by me. And I appreciate, even though when we was little, we was a bunch of little ignorant black motherfuckers. that's a whole other, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, but the fact that you do that, that's great. I have people that I've done so much for, and I'm not going to say they're ungrateful, but I always make sure, if even if I give my last, I still have for me, because it's just me.
Right.
I don't have anybody else. So when I don't have, if I give you and I don't have, and you never give me, that makes me look stupid. But I give from my.
Mm,
But I've learned really here on the YT. I learned more. I should have learned more in real life, but my real life people don't treat me like the way people here on the YT do. But that's a whole nother conversation. So I get what
mhm.
you're saying.
I can honestly say, and it took me a long time. And this is something that I'm teaching my kids now. My kids are 12 and 20. I'm teaching them now that I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much fame you got. We all go through hardship, some kind of hardship. Their hardship may not be as hard as yours, but we all go through some. And for everything that happens to us, I honest to God truly believe that it is a lesson for us to learn from. It's not necessarily there to hurt us, but there is a lesson to be learned to make you better and greater later.
I agree. I
And
agree.
I once told this guy that was in prison, and he was like, "Well, what was the good part about me getting molested at 5 by my uncle and this and that?" I said, "Baby, that's something that hurts you physically, spiritually, and emotionally and mentally." I said, "But now as a grown man, right now you drinking poison and hoping he dies. You need to let that go. And the way you can let that go is by telling your story with no shame to help somebody else. Maybe it was something your uncle was doing that we look back now that was grooming, and you can spot those things and teach somebody else to look out for this." That would be the part where the lesson is learned. And they say to forgive is to set the captive free and realize that the captive is you. So,
Good word. Good message. Hmm.
with everything that happens, I do believe that we are to learn a lesson, and that's something that I'm trying to teach my kids now. They still young, their minds are still developing, but I'm trying to show them that everything ain't here to hurt.
You know
I tell
what?
them all the time.
It's
Say,
very good that you put that message out. And today, well, actually, in a little bit, it's not going to be the same day, but um, Dr. Martin Luther King's celebration day. I grew up during the time. I mean, I wasn't like you couldn't. You got to go through the back door to go to the bathroom. You can't drink out the water fountains. But my
mm-hmm,
immediate family members were that definitely my grandmother and my aunts. They were a part of that
that's it.
segregation,
Mm-hmm,
and so this is a good message. And now people, I think these young folks and things, and even people on the YouTube, they have this sense of entitlement, which they
mm-hmm,
don't even have a clue of what it could go back to, and what has happened in the past. But they all just all cocky and talking to people half crazy on the goddamn YouTube. And I'm like, really? And they don't even have any respect for certain holidays and certain people that have put their lives on the line for us to be able to do certain things. I'm a 60s baby, but I was raised by recession people. So I
mm-hmm.
can't just take an onion and cut one slice and throw the whole damn thing in the trash and then walk away. That onion can do a whole lot. That one onion, and I know I'm being facetious by just
No,
saying a damn onion, but
no, I hear what you do.
you get what I'm saying. I ain't trying to get all that
Mm-hmm.
deep right now, but it just it annoys me. But I like your message,
Oh, well, thank you. I'm trying to be a decent parent,
and you sound like you
and
are, and you're teaching them. You're teaching you're teaching your offspring your seeds. The people say seeds. You're teaching them the right way
I'm
to be
trying.
conscientious. Hmm.
Yeah. Now I do want them to be very conscientious. I I try to give them real world values, and
Yeah.
when I say real world, I mean I take them down in I mean, we live in the hood, but I take them down to the trenches and show them the homeless folks, show them
Right.
the drug addicts, show them the prostitutes, and say, hey, some of these was the smartest kids in their class. Please
Mm.
believe me. They were some of the smartest people in the school. And one bad mistake,
Then look at
one
them.
right, right. And I want them to know that also just because these people made a bad mistake don't mean they bad people.
No. Right.
That don't mean they bad people, and that don't mean you go around smearing your nose up at them, because you
Mm.
never know what somebody has been through.
And you never
So
know who can help you. You can't turn your nose up at folks. You never know who can help you or who can you can get advice from. Uh, You know,
everybody is a teacher,
you better say that
and that's
again.
something else I tell them. Everybody is a teacher,
Right.
and that's something else I tell my kids. Like you said, anybody can teach you something. You just have to listen and receive that message, and that's what it is. I tell them to be vigilant and to be open to new ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and don't be closed minded. Don't be okay, this is just set in your ways. No, because things change constantly. Like when I talk to my kids like about all this LGBTQ WXYZ stuff now, they don't understand when I say stuff or how I feel about stuff, and I tell them I am still in progress. I'm still a work in progress because when I was younger, this stuff wasn't out like this.
No,
This was not out. I'm like,
no.
do I try to be more conscientious of people and their lifestyles? Yes, yes. I used to be one of those people, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But then I said, who am I to judge anybody? I have two kids out of wedlock. I got my own sins to atone for. And I don't have a heaven or a hell to put nobody in.
Mhm.
So
Well, I have
who am
family
I?
members that were in the LBT community, and so even before there was names, and I've always been the one that said alphabet stuff. I don't even know if anybody want to recognize that, but anyway. But and I'm not being funny when I say that because it's not even the gay
No, I
thing.
know.
It's like ADHD and people got PSD and everything is an alphabet now. So when I started
Mhm.
saying alphabet, everybody kind of picked up on it, and they thought I was just talking about the gay people. No, I'm just talking about everything is broken down into an alphabet. So I was saying the alphabet people. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to throw that out there and shit.
Mm-mm. And all these, like you said, all these different letters for conditions like ADHD. I do
Mm,
believe there are some that may have that, but remember, at one point they were putting every kid that popped up out of their seat on Ritalin. Talking about, oh, they
right.
hyper. Oh, okay,
Right.
they hyper. We have always had hyper kids. That
Always.
ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new, and it ain't
Nothing.
gonna change.
And they don't need a drug for it. I'm gonna tell you, they need to stop giving sodas and too much sugar. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it's always
You
been
know,
that way. Why we gotta have drugs? Your kids gotta be medicated, really, or institutionalized, really.
and I mean, when they sitting there medicated, have you ever seen one of those children that are medicated? They, when I say they slow down,
They slow
they
down all the way.
slow.
Right.
And I have worked in the school system. I have seen some, I've seen kids who literally just sit in their desk and rock and slobber, just rocking and slobbering. Just imagine a kid, 11, 12 year old, rocking back and forth,
Yep.
slobbering.
Hmm.
I seen a boy, now this, I often wonder what happened to this child. When I'm not saying this to be funny or rude.
No, go
I
ahead.
knew this
We
was
old school. So old school, we didn't have all these daggone words that they have now.
okay.
So you just gotta say how it is.
Oh yeah, they tell you I'm the least politically correct person.
Oh, I can be at work, but I ain't at work. I'm on Sis-Lo's YouTube, so I can be unpolitical. Go ahead, baby.
But they, I knew this little boy was off when I first seen him.
Yep.
He, if he didn't take his meds, this boy would sit on the top part, on the desk part of his desk, and cluck like a chicken
Oh Lord, not
loudly.
a
Yes,
chicken.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. But doing testing, now mind you, he was in fifth grade at this time. This boy was testing out on a 12th grade level.
See,
Oh, fifth grade. He was fifth
right
grade
there.
and testing out on a 12th grade level.
Right.
But he'll sit on his desk and cluck like a chicken.
Exactly.
It's just, where do you, with kids like him, is where I'm like, okay, he truly needs that man. He do. But
Mm-hmm.
where do you find that balance that keeps him even and not swinging from one pole to the next?
You know what? The balance is, and for me, and I've always been like this, is diet. all of these sugars and sugar substitutes and things that people have been given, no natural things, no vegetables, just something in a box. This, because when I was growing up, we didn't have all this. If they named it, I didn't even know anything about it. I have one relative, my family had Parkinson, but you always respected him. He was an elder. He'd be sitting there shaking and da da da, and you sit quiet and you listen to him until he's finished whatever he's saying. He just might want to say hello. Might take him goddamn 15 minutes to say hello, but everybody was quiet until he said it. But these people right now, they're drinking all these sodas and all this, excuse me, eating preservatives and chemicals and all this kind of stuff. This is, in my mind, this is what changed, and everything's acceptable. People started putting damn Kool-Aid and sugar in their baby bottles and soda in the baby bottles. The baby's only 2 months old. What the fuck a baby know about a goddamn Coca-Cola?
I never did that. That was
And now they
see,
got ABC.
I was raised by these country women. My stepmom from Arkansas, and I mean the deep backwoods of Arkansas. Um, where she lived in a community of 200 people, and she was related to each of them, to all of them on either her mom's side or her daddy's side. And we was 2 miles away from the nearest highway, and wasn't nothing but woods out there. And then my mama, bro, would tell you, you know about East Texas. My mama from East Texas. She was in Tyler, Texas, born and
Okay.
raised back in Swan. We called it Swan, but back in the country. And they did not, they couldn't get along for nothing. But oh, we had, like you said, we had respect. You were, you were not disrespectful. You were not mouthy. You, you had manners, and that was it. Period. And that's the way I'm raising my kids now. My kids, they both got mouths on them. They get it from me, but I done told them I'm not your damn friend. I'll knock your teeth out and sit and wait for the police. I'll sit on the curb and smoke my cigarettes until the police come and tell them I knocked your teeth down your throat.
Right.
Don't play with me. You will never disrespect me. Like
And
I
you know,
told
we
them,
didn't have computers, cell phones, and stuff. And I'm not saying that you
no,
can't have those things, and if you have them, you're raising bad kids. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying definitely keep the kids on to the techie side because that is where it is. But just please, thank you, yes, ma'am, may I, honoring people just because somebody might take 12 minutes to get one damn word out. Don't make fun, mockery, pull a TikTok video, do a video on somebody trying to eat a piece of food. The disrespect is this part I don't like about the goddamn social media. I hate it. I hate it. I'm sorry. I just
mm-mm. And so you were talking about like the preservatives and stuff. My
yeah.
family, especially my parents, they it's like okay, I have a nursing background, so even before that, I would tell them stuff, and they would just kind of half-ass listen to me. But then somebody else would come along and tell them the same damn thing, and they jump on the bandwagon. Piss me off. Oh my god. I used to be
Me
like,
too.
I work in
Mm,
a clinic all day, every day. You know I do that, right? That is what I do for a living. But as far as like my mom always she loved Diet Pepsi, loved it, and I'm like, you don't need to be drinking that. Oh well, my doctor said, listen to what I'm telling you. If they are okay, so let's say regular pop is made with sugar in it. If they're taking that out, what are they putting in it? What they putting back in to make it
Something.
have this flavor?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, a lot of these, and I kept trying to educate them that a lot of these companies use aspartame, which
Aspartame,
is,
NutraSweet, all that shit. Mhm.
and aspartame especially has a
Yes.
reputation for causing cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying to tell people this. Just like I used to tell people, oh, colored socks make your feet stink. What? No, it don't. Yes, it do. I'm like, the dyes in there, they mix with your sweat and the
Chemicals.
chemicals in your body,
It's
and
chemicals.
they cause your feet to stink.
Mm-hmm.
It took years, and then finally a couple of doctors was like, yes, they do. I'm like, see, I've been saying this since I was young, but it's, I know a lot of my stuff sound like conspiracy theories, but this is stuff that I am truly passionate about. Just like women's health with the Depo Provera, that Depo shot that they so proudly and so widely use in underprivileged neighborhoods. Does it help to kind of keep the population down? Yeah, but at what cost? Because
Right.
see,
For future generations.
I have worked in clinics in the poshest, most richest neighborhoods in our city, and I worked
Mm-hmm.
in the most ghetto, ratchet, nasty ones. And what I saw was that Depo wasn't offered as widely in the rich neighborhoods as it was in the lower economic. And I said, why is that? Well, there's a couple of reasons, and people can research it for themselves
Mm-hmm.
if they want. This is my opinion. I'm not giving anybody medical advice, but my opinion is a it is a sterilization um, agent.
Yep.
It's basically because it's preventing pregnancy. They don't want y'all having all these kids down here in the ghetto. That's number one. Number two, what a lot of people don't know, you can stop Depo today, and on average, just the average, it takes your body 2 years to recover from that shot.
Yeah.
It causes weight gain, and it also, in a lot of people, causes them to their sugars to rise, which can also cause PCOS. Um, it causes infertility issues later on after you stop the shot. There are women whose periods never get regulated again after they get off of it. And I say this is a modern day sterilization of the poor and disenfranchised. But those are my beliefs
Well, your
and from
beliefs
what I
are
see.
what a lot of people have said, and also your beliefs that you just stated have been proven as facts.
Well, see here, look at God. I'm not as crazy as my daddy thinks I am.
No, you're not. No, and the things that if it sounds logical, it has to have some factual base. And I have always been a person that I just the whole thing when the sodas came out and I saw people drinking sodas while they're pregnant, getting pregnant, and just soda, drinking, not even drinking water, drinking sodas, Kool-Aid. Not now. Hey, I ain't gonna turn a goddamn good glass of Kool-Aid. I haven't had one in years with all the 95 pounds of sugar, make your teeth hurt. But I don't drink that. I've always been so funny with all of these artificial preservatives and things. I've always been organic, but I didn't know in my mind that this was something that was a serious issue. That's just how I've been. But it's kind of ironic. Like you're saying, saw this and you've been saying it, and now look how it's playing out. I've been doing the same thing with sodas and sugar. It's a fact. I
Mm.
mean, and look at these people out here nowadays. Everybody got all these issues. When they start saying everybody got the little babies coming out of their womb with ADB and all that kind of stuff, I was like, it's got to be something. And I studied it in my mind, and I figured out it has to be sodas. Who's going to tell the difference between Diet, RC, Coca Cola, and Pepsi? I can't tell the
Mhm.
difference because I don't like any of those. And I don't know. And people beefing. Oh, Coke tastes better than RC and Pepsi, and all of that is artificial.
Really big.
Drink water. It's free.
I'm listening to you, but
Uh-oh, you must be one of them soda drinkers that can't tell the difference. There was a whole big old taste test. Coca-Cola, RC, and Pepsi. Can you tell the difference? I don't know the difference.
I remember that back in the day. But I could. I always could. I'm a Coca Cola drinker. Um, and then and then RC and then Pepsi. My
Yeah, that's
family is all pretty much Pepsi drinkers, but me and my kids we do Coca Cola.
see right there.
We
I
we Coca
know.
Cola.
I can't tell the difference between any of them. Now I do like
Mm-mm.
them. Like if
I
you're eating
couldn't.
something really good and greasy, and then have like a nice big something that's good and greasy, or something that's really
You get
savory, and then
both.
a sip of a soda, it's so good. It just sets it off. But not to drink it first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, and don't drink any water. That's not acceptable.
No, me and my kids we mix it up a lot. We drink a lot of water, a lot. But we also do drink pop too. But we drink a lot of water. But one thing I also wanted to say, doggone it, I lost my train of thought there.
But let me take you to something else. You remember when people used to make Kool-Aid the old school style? That goddamn 5 pound damn bag of sugar with 3 packs of Kool-Aid in a big goddamn jug.
The cooking
Girl,
and
my
pour and
teeth be
pour and
hurting.
pour the sugar. Oh God.
Okay, just pour it. And then sometimes you get fancy and slice
Looking
some
at that
peas and
now,
oranges
I'm
in
like,
it.
oh my gosh.
That shit was good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hurt. Make your teeth hurt.
Mm-hmm. Now see, my kids, I have trained them to get it down to a science. When you use one packet of Kool-Aid and a whole, gallon of water, basically, you put about, we use like a half, we got a, in our uh, sugar can, we got a half cup spoon, measuring spoon. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're using that much water in one packet, you can put 4 scoops. Basically, you put 2 cups in. That's it.
Right,
That's all that needs.
right.
We don't need no more sugar than that. And it gets mixed in thoroughly, and it's evenly dispersed, I believe. Now on holidays they like when I make the Kool-Aid with a punch with the and all it is Kool-Aid with some damn 7 Up in it.
That's
But
all it is. But they be all, oh, I was like, girl, it's all Kool-Aid and 7 Up. Okay, calm down. But it's
or if you
good.
put some oh no don't or if you put some sherbet in it,
I
that too.
love sherbet. I got
With
that
the
in there.
7 Up.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
It's
sherbet
so
with the
good.
7 Up. Yeah. I ain't did that one in a while. I might do that one.
I've got a pint of sherbet because, well, since the COVID, you haven't been able to go to the offices and things. And they were like, okay, we're going to have this one event. We were headed someplace, some country club, which y'all don't need to know. And so they were like, "What you going to bring?" And I said, "I'm bringing sherbet. I'm bringing a punch." And everybody there drinks liquor and stuff, and I stopped drinking liquor like that. Now I still drink if I want to. I don't. I do edibles now, so normally if you hear me on here, I'm
Mm-hmm.
high. But the sherbet with the sodas and put it in a big fruit punch bowl and with the ice and stuff. Girl, they lost their
Mhm.
mind. They was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." I'm like, "Bitch, this old school." Okay, they didn't even know, but I'm funny about stuff like that.
As bro would say, you talking about some clear folks. As
Huh?
bro said, you talking about them clear folks falling off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything is new and fantastic to them, and we looking at them like this been going on.
It's been going on for years. The fuck? And I just want to look at them. I want to cuss them out and stuff, and not cuss them like. And I just want to say it like I want to say, the fuck, we've been doing this shit for goddamn years. The fuck, this shit 45 years. I did, but you can't tell them like you can't say it like you have to present it all new. So now we always did the orange slices and all that kind of stuff, but basically we get goddamn thing a pint of sherbet and motherfucking sodas and stuff, throw it in the goddamn punch bowl, and everybody had it. And then sometimes people always slipped a little liquor in there. But the kids had their
Yeah,
own. The grown folks had theirs. I never
I
had
say
the grown.
if you want a little nip, put it in your own cup. Leave everybody
Right.
else's stuff alone.
That's what we did.
Now that's
But
my
now
thing.
everybody got to have it.
If you got something, if we having something and everybody wants some, um,
Right.
you pour it in yours. If you want Tabasco sauce in yours and everybody else can't eat it,
Right.
put that Tabasco sauce in your stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
used to do that with my mom. We would make goulash, and mom would be like, "Ooh, I need some okra." Okay, that's fine. You put your
Oh, I
okra
love
in
okra.
yours, because the rest of it don't hate it, hate
I
it.
know everybody likes
Fried
different
onions.
things. I know. But I love
But the
okra.
last
I
thing,
thought I looked at it, thought it was all nasty, but I went someplace or had something somewhere. I know it's all slimy and stuff. If you were to make it old school style, the whole slimy thing, I love it. But I like it fried now. And you can't fry it unless you put it in a damn air fryer. But okra is good.
I don't like none of it. I mean, I've had it
You said
in
no.
goulash. I've had it in greens. I've
Mhm.
I've both tried to give it to me fried. I don't like it. But that last summer, my mom was alive. I had planted some for her, and unfortunately, she is in the hospital.
Mhm.
But man, that plant grew so big, and it was popping out okra left and right, and
Oh,
she never did get to eat any of it.
I'm
She
sorry.
ended up getting sick of it. Oh, it's okay. I mean, it
But
is what it
those
is.
kind of vegetables, those root vegetables, they are life and energy. That's why I don't like to eat a lot of stuff that's processed.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't because even though it says, "Oh, organic" and this and that, it's not. They lie, and because they
Fine.
didn't have
Fine.
one drop, and then they can say it's organic. That's not true.
See, and then the summer, they'll tell you in the summertime, I am in my garden pretty much 24/7. I literally fall asleep in my garden, and my family hates it. They be like, "You need to stop doing that." But I'm in my backyard, in my garden, minding my business. Now, typically, when I am out there by myself, trust me, I got my I mean, of course, I got my farming utensils, but I got me a big ass 4-inch blade on me, and I also got my taser. So these folks can walk up on me if they want to, but they gonna be
Team,
limping away.
Sounding
team
like
taste.
it sound like somebody I know, man. With these
You be quiet. But and that's funny because I was sitting here earlier um, planning on what I was gonna plant this year. I always try to start earlier, like February, so I can get my list together of what I'm gonna plant and how I'm gonna plant it. Now that I got my own tiller, I can do it when I want to, and I'm ready. I think I'm gonna do me some greens and of course my green beans, my tomatoes. What else should I plant? What would y'all plant?
Um, Sis-Lo, because I can name goddamn bad vegetables, but Sis-Lo, this your channel, girl.
I plant herbs and I plant herbs and like or
Somebody
sages.
saying loud.
Uh, oh, stop. I like to plant like
Don't you
my
know them
sage.
come in a bottle from Walmart for $1?
I like planting everything, y'all. I love the way squash grow. I love squash. I love greens, tomatoes,
Oh yeah,
peppers.
my fish one.
I like my
Oh, now my peppers be coming out fantastic. Everybody love my peppers when I grow
uh,
them. I used to
so
love hot food, but I can't eat it now. But I grew it for my mom. She's gone, but now my dad he be tearing it up too. He
I
be
like
talking mess when I'm planting it. He be like, "Oh, it ain't gonna do nothing." But then he the first one. You got any peppers? They was pretty good. Oh no, you don't like my peppers, remember?
I like cook. I
Mm.
plant all that, especially tomatoes. I love green squash, yellow squash, um,
Yes.
all kind of tomatoes like cherry tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, big
Oh,
boys, um,
those are my favorites, the beefsteak and the big boys.
corn
Beefsteak
plants.
and heirloom tomatoes. I have fainted right now.
Yes, girl. Somebody just
I'm on the heirloom one. And you know which ones I hate? I hate them Roma tomatoes. Oh, bleh.
no. Roman tomatoes are sweet, but you know what? Those
She
are
said
best.
you ain't Roman. Oh my God. Let me faint. Hold on. Let me faint.
Sweet. They are best. Those are best for like Italian dishes too.
I know like spaghetti sauces and all of that, but well, I'd rather
Girl,
open a can of ragu.
listen, this what I do. Like I always I'm sorry, I'm trying to get away from this boy, but he won't let me. I always like to like if you get a lot of tomatoes where they're really ripe or what have you before they go bad, and I'll just put them in some hot
I
water.
mean, I wouldn't mind learning how to can them. I wouldn't mind learning.
Yeah, I just put them in some hot water and let them, this skin soften up and peel the skin off of them, and then I put them, season them with a little salt, pepper, some basil and oregano, and put them in the freezer. So when I get ready to make my spaghetti and stuff, I just put them in the blender and make them to the consistency that I want them, or I just put them in my spaghetti and mash them up because I, I like a lot of spaghetti with vegetables in it. Like I like the bell peppers, the onions, tomatoes, and garlic
Mm.
like that in them. Um, Sometimes I'll put mushrooms, but it's only when I'm like for my house.
Did,
But if I'm
did she say
people,
sometimes?
yeah, I mean, sometimes just because like some people, like if I have guest over, I don't know who's allergic to certain
Oh,
things.
okay.
I kind of like not do it like, or if I'm catering for somebody, I won't. But other than that, honey, I make my own tomato soup or sauce or something in a minute, and then with the squash, I don't even blanch that or anything. Just cut them up. I had the little rigid tool that you can make like the ripples in your vegetables. I would
Now, the
use
only
that.
thing I would do before is, have you ever seen My Funny Valentine with
Yes.
Alfred Woodard and uh, um, Loretta Devine?
Hmm.
Remember when she was in her little garage and they were showing how she had those bottles of stuff and she had all those different vegetables and stuff in there. They were, yeah, the preserves. Now I would do something like that just to
Hmm.
have it because it was pretty and aesthetic. But eating it, nope, you can keep it.
I like watching those. They're not old, but like those like homestead kind of videos where you might go in the Appalachians or something like that, and the people up there cook their, they live in the mountains
Yeah.
and they eat, they
I
prepare.
am like I said, I'm about to get good. I'm about to get serious about my channel, and I am my daughter. I was telling her this last night. I said, "Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do on my channel." She was like, "Oh God." I said, "What?" She was like, What are you gonna do?" I'm scared, girl. I said, "I'm about to take old movies. I'm not gonna be one of these people. Oh, this is my first time watching this. No, I'm gonna bring back classic movies that we grew up watching, like Cornbread Earl and Mick, Bunny
Mhm.
Valentine, A Soldier Story. Cause like A Soldier Story is one of my favorite movies of all time, and yet most people don't
Baby!
even
Did
know.
you say Soldier Story? Oh Lord. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Soldier Story?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one with Denzel Washington and David Allen Greer and Howard
Baby.
Rollins, and I mean just a
I
litany of black actors.
I thought
Hell,
that was
they
good.
had Patty LaBelle in there singing.
Mm.
Juke joint.
hmm Yeah, that was Big Mary's. Big Mary's.
Big Mary
Big
would
Mary.
get Big Mary. You done made me want to go ahead and watch this goddamn movie again. When I saw that goddamn Soldier Story the
Yeah.
first time it came out, I was like, "Is that Denzel Washington in some goddamn starch,
hmm
pressed starch khaki pants?" And the way he sits and walks, this.
Yes.
Oh, let me. I might have to do. Where's my rabbit? I'm just kidding.
Denzel Washington glides. He don't walk, he glides.
Y'all know what the rabbit is when I'm talking about. I don't have one, but the three-way rabbit, bitch, I would roll that one right there, put that goddamn Soldier Story on and have a good night. I'm just saying.
I to mess with you, which is this doggone Buzz Bunny. I'm not about to do this with you.
Caramel, do you know what a damn rabbit is?
Yeah, I found out.
No,
Oh, you
I
talking about?
asked Caramel. I know you know what one is, but do Caramel Diva
I know what they are. I don't have one, but I
a
know what they
three-way
are.
rabbit? If you get
I
one,
done been to
three-way.
plenty. I done been to plenty sex stores and parties. Trust and
Oh,
believe, like where they had you trying to suck an M&M through a straw. Yeah,
I
I got it
did not.
about halfway. But anyway,
I
I
am
don't know.
through a straw. Oh my god.
At this point.
it was a game. It was just a game.
But she had food support. I don't know.
What what you call it? What you call it, Caramel?
I'm sorry.
Was
Who sucked an
was
M&M's
sucking.
through a straw?
It was part of the games at the sex party. Cause these people
Did you
they sell them products.
win? Did you
No, I
win?
didn't. Somebody else won. He got it all the way up. I said, "Damn, that bitch need to be a Hoover."
Wait, how big
Your
is a
last
straw?
name
Who's
Hoover.
sucking it? M&M through a straw. Now I have some
They was
skills, but I don't know.
they they were slightly they they were you can buy straws with different
What,
stretchiness
yeah, I got three of them.
or
M&M
something,
and
what a whole like a malt straw. You know how you get a malt or
yeah, I
shake
got one.
and the
Um,
straw, yeah. So something like that.
My asthma wouldn't let me do that. My asthma would be like, bitch, I know you want to live or you want to suck this damn M&M. And I
And
would say
you
live.
hear it, but it's so funny when you sitting there with you and your girls and y'all trying to do this. It's hilarious.
It sounds
It is.
funny.
It is freaking hilarious. And I mean, I tell my kids some of my wild days. My cousins, they've been running their mouths now. I'm like, my kids just know their mama was wild. They don't know all that she did.
Right. And they're
They
still
don't
here
need to
and
know.
they're alive. So they should just keep it moving. So, hey, mama got to live too. Mama have a life. Shit. Mama's
Okay,
still
mama gotta
fine.
have a life too.
Right. Yeah. And they'll understand.
I
Sissy,
keep
go
telling
ahead
them
with the. And how did you get
before
them?
I had
How
them, I
about
was
that?
a dime piece. They don't
How
even
about
realize
that?
Exactly.
They didn't just pop up
Exactly.
on the
I
goddamn
be
clouds,
dancing my daughter to
floating
my
to the
street
world,
song.
floating to the sky.
Street
They
song.
had to be created. Shit. Hey, my mama ain't no. Your mama was one too. How about that? I'm not saying you with yours, but I'm just saying in general. I don't even know why people say, "Oh, I can't believe my
Um,
mama do this and that." Your mama did everything. Not saying you, baby. I'm just saying because
I
yeah, your
tell
mama
them all
was
the
doing
time.
this and that,
I tell them all
and
the
your
time, your
mama and
mama was
daddy
a
might
pimp.
not be. Your daddy might not be your daddy. How about that? I'm not saying you. I'm just throwing this out.
I
Let me
know.
shut up.
I tell my kids all the time, your mama was a pimp. And they be looking at me, I'm like, y'all, okay. You can roll your eyes all you want. I made your daddy chase me for 5 years. Hell, I didn't even. He wasn't even in my stratosphere at the time
And they here.
because I
So
was
that's all they need
rolling.
to be thankful about. They here. How about that? I
I'm
told
like,
my cousin that my
this is
cousin gonna
good.
tell. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, I told my
Oh
little
no,
baby
go ahead.
cousin that. Okay, my little baby cousin. When I say my baby cousin is like what 19 years old. Okay, I'm 60 something.
Oh
So
yeah,
when
that's
I
a
say
baby.
my baby cousin, I mean my baby cousin. And I tell him, I said, you better
That's a
wrap it up
baby.
and do that. Don't be out here doing all this stuff. And I tell him stuff about just history and stuff like that. And he'd be like, really? And you didn't even have computers or cell phones? How did you all date? I'm like, what? We didn't.
In
I don't even.
person,
It's funny, but
I miss that. The art of being face to face with somebody and flirting and using your eyes just to convey something. Man, I miss that. I miss that so badly. I'm like, and these kids nowadays they'll never get to enjoy that. That cat and mouse play.
nope, they will not. Because
And
everything is
and that's part of the reason
instantaneous for them. Everything is instantaneous.
why.
They don't even know
And
the
that's part of
joy
the
of just
reason why
waiting and studying and just wait, and just
that
getting to know people slow and slow and slow.
was
And
that
then when you
and
do get to
feeling
it,
the actual attraction and being able to feel that person out face to face versus not being able to vet somebody over the internet. And then you get catfish, you get kidnapped, you get, at least when we were doing it, you would go out and be like, hey, I'm going to go out with this dude and meet him at this bar. You're going to bring your girl with you. She may not be sitting next to you, but she in the
yeah,
bar with
that part.
you. And these kids don't understand. They don't know nothing about that. But the one I can say this about my kids, I have always told them it takes more to be a leader than it does to be a follower.
You better tell them.
If if
And then
everybody else is over here, hmm,
we got these kids going across the country, and you coming with your enemy, and then you go to Mexico, and the next thing you know, you dead.
right, right,
How you and you
right.
paying for them to take them, and they gonna take you across them, whatever you paying for them, and then you come up missing dead, and you didn't pay for
That's
everything. I'm so sorry about that young lady.
and then they stole her money afterwards. And then the damn you the doctor.
You have a sworn oath, a Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. How you come and say this girl need to go to the hospital? The friends say no, and you listen to them. You the damn doctor. Hello?
When they
Why
said
you ain't
that, they were like, well, the doctor said that the people that she came with said that she fainted and she this and that. I was like, the doctor is taking advice from the people that brought her there. First of all, what doctor listens? The doctor is supposed to be the authority in the situation. Am I incorrect?
exactly? Oh no, they I mean, they can take, well, they need the information as to what happened or what allegedly happened, what's going on. But your assessment of this patient should be the final. That's the period at the end. You are the one they called in. You're the one with the degree and the license. So if you say this girl needed to go to the hospital, then damn it, you should have picked up your phone, called the ambulance, and had them come and transport that girl. Period. And that should have been the end of it.
Yeah, and after that,
Because
that's it.
the police had no authority over what happened to this girl. They are not her next of kin. They were not her family. They had no authority.
No. But everybody wants to go to all these luxury countries and things, and they're doing all this and stuff. Now you're taking your best friends, and then you come up with, I think the stupid saying is you come up missing, and then they're going to tape it on the YouTube and the cell phones and stuff.
That was the stupid part they did. That they said they hung themselves right there with that one.
Facts.
They hung themselves. That's what I tell these kids, my kids. Everybody out here dry snitching on themselves. Cause trust me, we did plenty of shit back in the 90s.
For sure it
Oh,
is.
trust me. But we didn't, thank God, we didn't have cameras and we
Well, I'm in the
wasn't stupid
70s.
enough.
Mhm.
Okay. But we wasn't stupid enough to film ourselves and then put it on the damn internet for the entire universe to see. And I
That
tell my
part.
kids, the universe is, the internet is forever. You
It
can
is
scrub
never
that
going
video
away.
all you want. It is
It's
still
never
there.
going
It is still there. And I wanted to touch back on the leader part that I was telling my kids.
away. Hmm.
I've been telling them it takes more to be a leader than to be a follower. If
Sure
you
does.
notice, I, I tell them all the time, your God gives all of us an alarm system. He gives us all a warning system. If your gut is telling you that something ain't right, then damn it, it ain't right, and you move expeditiously. You get out of there. Because see, I'd rather have you walk away and be called a coward than to be one of them real ones and dead.
Yeah, that's the part of people don't. I don't get that. I don't want to be punked out. I don't want to be called a chicken, bitch. I know lots of people that in my family, and even people that I went to school with. But you fought, and if you might have looked like you got humiliated and stuff, but bitch, you still was able to go
Mm-hmm.
home and come back to do or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and then you fight. You fought right. You didn't have to fight sneaking cameras and fighting bullying and all that kind of stuff. Do you know how many motherfuckers I had to fight when first of all, I was kind of awkward, tall, awkward with goddamn glasses. And then I got all the mouth in the world, and then straight A's. And I lived in good areas and sometimes not good areas. And some people that when I lived in bad areas, they thought, oh, she proper. She speaks proper. It wasn't no goddamn,
He
you a
thinks he
yellow
better
head,
than
you
that.
a red bone and shit. What the fuck? I'm black. I don't even, that whole goddamn yellow, black skin, yellow shit. I'm black. I don't even know the fuck these people are talking about right now.
See, that
But
tripped me out. Like when I heard a lot of that stuff about all these dirt, how when I read a lot of these stories or the headlines talking about how light skinned women do dark skinned women, I'm like, how often does that actually happen? How often? And I'm not negating that it does not happen because I'm quite sure that it does. I'm quite positive that it does. But I can honestly say in my immediate family, and I mean when I say immediate, I mean like on my dad's side, my dad is the third of 10 kids, and there were what 17 grandkids, which I'm one of, and out of those 17 grandkids, only five of us are girls. But the thing is, with just that side of the family, that just that part of the family, when I say we are every color of the rainbow, I have a cousin that is her daddy was full blood Indian. She went and did her DNA to get registered down there in Oklahoma, and they accepted her and her brother because they are full blood Indian. But she literally could probably pass for a white girl. That's how light she is. And then I got cousins who are charcoal black. Same in that same line. We, but the one thing I can say is color never played a part with us. It
Me.
never really played it. We never had an issue with it. Now, I'll say this, like my cousin, the light skinned one, we used to call her little names like Moon and, Boo and stuff like that. But nothing to harm her or make her feel, dejected or like we were being mean, but
Ashamed
malicious
or
towards her.
lesser than. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, nothing like that. That was never, never.
Right.
And so that's why, I mean, I listen to the story, but then I'm kind of like, that's another group to me that is very hypersensitive, in my opinion, because it's like whatever somebody who is lighter than them says, they take it as a personal slight. And it's like, baby, it ain't always toward me.
Exactly. Hit dog or
Now, if
holler.
that's how you, right, now, if that's how you feel, that's your personal insecurity that you need to deal with.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with me. But
You know what I
I could
find
sit here and
offensive?
talk.
I find offensive on here that certain people with their channel content, they feel comfortable discussing all of this coloristic conversation and they don't even understand other things which I think are more important than light skin, dark skin, red bone.
I
Like
think
there
I
are
know
a
who
lot
you
of
talking
things that,
about.
yeah, there are a lot of other things that you need to be addressing with your body. Um
Is it a female? Is it a female you talking about? Uh,
I'm messy, yeah. But it could be anybody, but yeah.
I think I think I got an idea. I might hit you in the back
But
chat
then
and
why
see
you
if we
don't
can on the same
there are
page.
some things you need to have. Like you don't have your teeth. You're worrying about your goddamn hair color, but you talking about light skin, dark skin in 2022 when you need to be worried about other things in life, like eating healthy, organic items and
Mm-hmm.
things that I've always thought about forever. I never in my life have felt any type of way of being whatever goddamn complexion I am. I don't even know. Am I light skin, dark skin, black, dark, yellow, whatever the fuck? When I look at people in my family, everybody in my family is all different colors. So I don't even have no kind of feelings about am I yellow, light skin and stuff. How dare me, even if I say something like that, bitch, people in my family be like smack me in the motherfucking face. But these little bitches on here, they ain't got no goddamn teeth, worrying about goddamn hair color, Gonna talk about red bone, light skin shit. Like, really, girl? How about health issues? You're motherfucking overweight. You oh
I'm
goddamn
big
overweight.
on.
You healthy, and you're worrying about you. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
I'm big on the mental health aspect. Um, especially since I've been diagnosed with major depression. Major depression. Mine is caused by family situations, like with my mom dying because me and my mom were best friends, and
Yeah,
we lived together for the last 11 years. She helped
that's
me
a
raise my
chemical
kids.
imbalance. That
Yeah,
something set it off
and
because a traumatic situation happened in your family and with your mom. I understand that because that happened to me and my sister. My sister had she was diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic, and it was a chemical imbalance. And she drank
and
sodas
then
forever and didn't drink
then
water.
my dad argued because my stepmom is mad disrespectful, and she said something that was, if I catch her on the street, it's on. I'm saying that she can say about me is I have never been disrespect. My stepmom's been in my life since I was 5.
Yeah,
I've never been disrespectful ever. I took her verbal and emotional abuse my entire life.
yeah,
But what she said about my mother 2 months after my mom died, and you tell my aunt because my aunt was wrong for calling her in the first place. Put that out there. I done already checked my aunt. We done worked through that. We good.
you're right.
But my aunt calls her and basically tells her that my mom uh has always been her sister. She's always been more of a sister, and that my stepmom will never be her sister.
Mm-hmm.
My stepmom goes, "Well, I don't give a fuck about you, and I ain't never gave a fuck about Jackie Jones.
Oh my
Jackie
goodness.
Jones being my mother.
Yeah.
My mother had just died 2 months before. Do you know? This happened last December. To this day, this bitch has not picked up the phone to call and apologize to me
I'm
for
sorry.
disrespecting my
I'm so
mother.
sorry. Yeah.
And at first I was mad at her, but then I got mad at my daddy because I said, you know what? I am your child.
Mm-hmm.
Why have you not stepped to your wife and told her she was dead ass wrong and that she needed to apologize to your child and your grandkids because your grandkids are hurt by this too
Yeah. Right.
for
Right.
her disrespect. And I, as much as I love my daddy, I've always been a daddy's girl. Right before Thanksgiving, I had to cut him off because it was just breaking my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, when are you gonna be a man and step up? Because at this point, I don't even want her apology. It would be fake, and uh, it would be. I wouldn't even want it. It wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
acceptable
like,
at that point. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but my issue. Why do hold the hell up? I'm sorry. My daughter opens my bedroom door and she come in here wearing my sweater dress. Talking about this is a
What kind of sweater is it?
it's one. It's a nice, tight little sweater dress.
And she looks
It's
cute in
very
it.
cute. It's all.
Oh, you're gonna have to let
She
it
said,
go.
my daughter goes, no, I'm
Mm.
not letting it go. She gonna get her
Oh,
little
you're gonna
chubby
be
butt
fighting
out of
for
there.
it.
Get out, Cuddly. Get out,
I'm
Pepper.
funny about that. There are certain things as far as clothes and that I will not let anybody and I love sweaters. And it's just comfort items. So I will F up somebody over my sweater. I would. That's
Mm-mm.
funny. Y'all will work that
No,
out.
when I mean, because my mom had been sick for a while last year, and
Uh-oh,
then she passed
she's
away. So I
gone.
had lost. Yeah,
Sis-Lo's
I
gone.
lost a lot of weight. Oh, is she?
Sis-Lo's gone. So
So,
is she gonna come back?
I don't know, or are we just having a conversation now at this
Okay, let's
point?
just let it roll. It's her platform. We're gonna let it roll.
Right. But
She's gone.
um, she
Oh, she here. Look at her manipulating the damn screens. Look at her. There she is.
I made a mistake
oh,
again.
She
I
touched.
made
Nikki P.
no, my daughter just left with the kids. So and I went to go pick up the thing after the tablet after she had left out with the kids and hit the darn thing.
Mm, but
What?
so those names that I typed, that's not who you were referring to.
Huh?
The names I put in the chat, that's not who you referring to.
What names?
The ones I put in our in our private chat in the back.
Okay, hold
Remember
on.
we were talking about the YouTubers. Uh, they'll be fueling
I
all that.
see them too. She may not see them. I see them.
I can't see me. I'm thinking about it.
It's night time for her. And I
No,
ain't gonna say the names. I see the names.
it's not showing up.
You go to private chat.
It's not showing up. Well, I'm about to type in here.
Let me put a period and see if you can see it. I'm just gonna click the button and see if you can see that.
Yeah, I
You see that?
I just saw it
Okay.
notification pop
see what
up.
you put in there, Sis-Lo.
Got HGTR, but
We're gonna
nothing.
just name the name. All right.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing else there.
but yeah, there was some other.
She put some names.
Well,
Ain't
scroll
nothing.
up. Can you scroll
I'm,
up?
y'all
Oh,
can't
she
see it.
probably can't. Hold on. Let me I'm gonna put it back in here. Oh, let me see. Look. Let me see if I can test my skills. Okay, here. I hate when people say, "Oh, check the private chat," and then you be the audience. You be like, "What? I can't see the private chat." Okay, there you go. You see that? No, I didn't type that. That's not me. I'm just copying. Can she see that? Can you see
Yeah,
that?
that was what I said.
Oh Lord, I gotta take my ass to bed. Y'all know I have
Every
short
time I
patience. Can she?
mess around and kick myself out. Would y'all leave me alone? Hold
I
on.
ain't fucking with you. I ain't messing with
See,
you. That's damn caramel. Caramel messing with
everything,
you.
everything that you just put back there, it ain't nothing back there now. Again.
Okay.
So apparently, I'll come back in. It deletes it from my side, I guess.
Well, I'm taking my ass to bed. I ain't messing with y'all. Night,
Yeah,
night,
it's
day.
I don't know what you're going through over there.
I don't know
I've
what she
enjoyed
going
talking to
through.
you. So I've been,
Tanya keep us
I've
to
Happy,
been,
come to bed on
happy
this.
Martin Luther King holiday for everybody that's off on Monday. And
y'all
if you're not
too.
off on Monday, just still respect the holiday. I'm getting off of this witch. I love y'all. Peace.
People say
Bye. Okay.
till earth that I can't even say.
Mm.
Playing too much. Okay, y'all. I love
Ooh,
y'all.
love you more.
This
You
ain't
too,
nothing to
son.
do.
All right, y'all.
Later for now.
Love you, bro. All right.
You too.
Peace.